It's time for Mount Union Purple Raider football on AM 1310 WDPN. It's time for Mount Union football on your radio and live on AM 1310 WDPN's Facebook and X pages, as well as streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. The 13-time Division III national champions are locked in and ready for battle. So let's head to the stadium and join our play-by-play team of Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere for all the action. This is Mount Union football, and it starts right now on AM 1310 WDPN.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Wilmington College here just outside of Cincinnati. A little OAC Division III college football this afternoon as the University of Mount Union Purple Raiders take on the Quakers of Wilmington. Mount Union taking care of business last weekend again. It was a 62-7 win in their homecoming ball game back at Alliance. Really no issues. A 28-0 third quarter for Mount Union. You got the Raiders rolling, and they go on to win 62-7. We are just about ready to get underway here at Wilmington. Both teams on the field and set. The Purple Raiders will kick off to start this afternoon's ball game. Wilmington will receive the Quakers in the almost a forest green jersey. Nice looking suits, hunter green, forest green, hunter green jerseys. You got the white pants, the green helmets with the black and green stripe down the side of the pants. Purple Raiders in the traveling white jerseys today with the white-gray pants, or the gray-purple pants mixed with the purple helmets and the script Raiders on the side. About 72, 73 degrees here at Wilmington College. And the ball just went off the tee. We get a little bit of a breeze here today, so they're going to have to go back and put it back on the tee. Raftery will do so, and we'll get underway here. Sam Berkwin, Ryan Bevere, good to be with you on this Saturday afternoon, 1310 WDPN. Of course, Q92radiosports.com and across all of our social media platforms. Jeff Dart going against his old Mount Union mate today, Kevin Burke, head coach at Wilmington College. Raftery gets the ball in the air, kicks it deep, and it's going to be in the end zone about a couple of yards. And the Quakers will take over first and 10. All right, Ryan Bevere, what do we expect here this afternoon? Obviously, Mount is a big favorite, but it's a long trip. You got to get your legs stretched out. You got to get your adrenaline. You got to get your game face on. What are we looking for here?
Well, I'll tell you what, Wilmington, they think they can win this game. I don't know if it's a front, but down in pre-games, they were amped up, and they didn't seem like they were defeated before the game. And that seems to be the case with a lot of the teams that Mountain plays in the OAC. But they think they got a shot, Sam.
So we're ready for our first play from scrimmage here. Quakers will go left to right. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Isaac Ross, the quarterback, will play action, dump it left side into the flat, caught across the 30, breaking a tackle 35 to the 40, to the 41, to the 42, and a first down for Wilmington. 17 yards on the pass and catch. That was Darryl Story, the young man from Tip City. Transfer from the University of Findlay, 5'11", 175 pounds, and a first down for the Quakers as they nice, safe, easy pass to start the ball game, but they turn it into a first down. Quakers first and 10. They'll line of scrimmage their own 43-yard line. Trips right, slot left. Ross is going to shove it out on a little pitch pass to right side 40 across the 50-yard line, down the 45 to the 40 and out of bounds.
What a great down
Wilmington. Yeah. Ty Smith, the young man from Cincinnati, Ohio. He's only 5'8", 167 pounds, but he's well put together, and a first down for Wilmington.
2 plays, 2 first downs. Amazing way to start here at home for Wilmington.
The Quakers looks like there's a little bit of confusion here. One of their players late getting on the field, DeMarco Owens, finally gets into the huddle. They'll break the huddle and head up to the line of scrimmage. First and 10 at Wilmington, just inside the Purple Raider 39-yard line. No score, just underway here at Wilmington College. Play action pass, rolling to the left. Here comes Caleb Brown. Here goes the pass. It's way overthrown and incomplete. Caught by one of the Purple Raiders on the sideline, out of bounds at around the 33-yard line. We'll bring up second down and 10.
Well, that's what you need if you're Mount Union. Like you said, long trip here. the players were saying to me before the game that it just felt like they were driving and going absolutely nowhere. But now we're here, and they got to get their legs under them. So that's nice to see that they can force a nice stop on 1st and 10.
Purple Raiders 26-0 lifetime against the Wilmington, including 13 shutouts in those wins. Quakers going to go H-back right, slot right, wide right. Inside handoff around the left to the side and taken down at the 41-yard line. That's a nice looking tackle right there by the Purple Raiders. Davis Nye, the former Wadsworth Grizzly, with the play. They'll bring up 3rd down and long for Wilmington.
Well, Davis took a gamble trying to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. If he doesn't make that tackle, Wilmington's going to pick up yards, but he got the right angle and pulled him back 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
So Isaac Ross, the young man from Bayfield, 6 feet, 190 pounds, will go back into the shotgun. Quaker's going to go twins left, slot right, wide right, so 4 in the pattern. Half back to the left side, Ross to throw. Here comes the heat. There's a penalty flag. Pass is caught down at the Purple Raider 34-yard line, but this might be nullified. I think you're going to have a hold back here at about the 43-yard line, and you will. So that will take away that gain of around 5 or 6 yards and back the Quakers up 10 and going the other way.
That was an incredible sidearm throw.
It was.
And a nice catch, too, but unfortunately, it's not going to go anywhere for Wilmington.
Jeff Dart in his 65th game as the head coach of Mount Union, 60-4 overall. He is 42-0 in the Ohio Athletic Conference as Coach Jeff Dart. I almost said something really stupid like, well, you can't do any better than that. Well, no, you can't. Not when you're undefeated, you can't. Let that sink in a little bit. Ross back to throw. A little dump out of the right flat. It is caught. That's Owens across the 45 down to the Purple Raider 40. Squeeze him just inside the 40. We'll give it the Mount Union 39-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down for the Quakers. Looks like it's going to be around the 4th and 10. They got to get just outside the Mount Union 29-yard line. Coming up on 12:10 to go in the opening quarter of play. No score. Purple Raiders and the Quakers here on AM 1310 WDPN and Q92radiosports.com. Well, it looks like they're going to go. 2 wideouts, a slot to the left. Ross is going to play action. He's looking left. Caleb Brown got him at the 45-yard line and sacked him. So the Purple Raiders will take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line as Caleb Brown, preseason All-American, Mr. Steady, with another sack for the Purple Raider defense.
I get the idea. You want to put up as many points as you can, especially early on in the ballgame against Mount Union. But that's the risk that you're willing to take instead of punting the ball and trying to pin him inside the 20 or the 10-yard line. Mount Union is going to have excellent field position, 54 yards away from the end zone.
Well, I'm a little surprised they went for that there.
Yeah,
even with all the circumstances, I'm still a little surprised. Inside handoff, that's Darnell twisting and spinning to midfield. Got away at the 46. He'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Darnell Williams, his first carry of the afternoon, rips off a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1. The young tailback out of Cleveland, John Adams. Well, I shouldn't say young anymore. He's a graduate. But he runs. He still runs like he's about 17 or 18. Plenty of juice in those wheels. Maloney pitches it out to Williams. Breaks a tackle 45-40. Williams goes out of bounds on the far side. And they'll say he went out at the Wilmington 40. That's a 1st down for Mount Union.
Nice start. Already out inside Wilmington territory. See if we can get points on the board early here in the first.
10:55 clock running in the opening quarter of play. No score here at Wilmington on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. A couple of puffy clouds, but lots of blue skies here in Southwest Ohio. Pass is caught on the flat inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. That looks like turnaround, young man. Maloney's pass is complete to the wide receiver, Amari Allen, number 18 for the Purple Raiders. Gets about 7 yards. We'll call it 2nd down and 3.
Allen had to take a nice hit, hang on to that football.
Lamar, Miami, Florida, as that Florida pipeline continues for the Raiders. Maloney hands it off inside the 30, down to the 29 on a first down. So they'll move the sticks again, just a little basic bread and butter play with an inside counter, maybe a little bit to Darnell Williams, and he picks up the first down.
I got to say, Sam, that's a pretty nice spot to do a little recruiting down there in Florida.
Lots of talent down there. Luke Roten on the tackle for Wilmington. Young man out of Portsmouth West High School. First down, Purple Raiders at the Quaker 30. Pass out in the flat, caught Turner. Nicky got a block, 25, and he delivers the hit at the 23-yard line. So Nick Turner picks up around 7 yards of the play. There's a penalty flag at the 28-yard line.
Nick Turner played defense and offense on that play.
He sure did.
They hit the truck stick, but it's going to go back on Mount Union holding.
So they got a holding penalty on the Raiders, so that'll nullify the 7-8-yard gain. Next weekend, the Purple Raiders will be back on the road again. This time a trip to Tiffin to take on the Student Princes of Heidelberg. It's 1:30 next Saturday afternoon, October the 18th, right here on AM 1310 WDPN and, of course, Q92radiosports.com. No rest for the wicked. Although next week's trip will be a little shorter.
I don't know if it can get much worse than the trek down to Wilmington.
A little confusion here before the snap. Now Mikey's got everybody where he wants them to be. Turner comes in motion to the near side. Maloney, straight handoff to Darnell. Inside the 38 to the 37. That's going to be it. Darnell Williams was gobbled up and taken down. Michael Williams Jr. out of Marion Harding High School on the tackle for Wilmington. That'll leave the Purple Raiders now with a second down, and the ball was placed at the Quaker 38-yard line. First quarter, no score. Clock continues to roll along. 8:47 to go here in the opening quarter of play. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere with you today from Wilmington College, the home of the Quakers. Trips to the right now for Mount. Fake pitch right. Mikey coming left, 35-30. There he goes, 25-20. Maloney's off to the races, 10 alive. He dives into the end zone. Touchdown. Mikey Maloney from 37 yards. The young man from Painesville Riverside on the board, and the Purple Raiders take an early 6-0 lead.
He has all the tools. We talk all the time about his arm talent. How about his legs? That dude just moved like he was Lightning McQueen going down the left hash.
Just slipping and sliding and little bobbing and weaving, and kept his head down and trucked it right into the end zone. Yvonne Merrick for the extra point attempt coming up for the Purple Raiders. Out of Falls Church, Virginia, Mike Franklin will hold just to put the Raiders on top by 7. Everything is good. Snap, spot, kick, and a timeout on the field. 8:30 to go in the opening quarter of play. Here at Wilmington College, Mount Union has drawn first blood. Purple Raiders 7 and Wilmington nothing. Purple Raider football continues on AM 1310 WDPN.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today?
What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You?
Oh, I need new kitchen cabinets and countertops, maybe even a whole new kitchen, but I can't get any help or find what I need in this place.
Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is a craft-made dealer, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310 WDPN.com.
Mount Union 7, Wilmington nothing. Sam Berkwin, Ryan Keller. I almost called you Ryan Keller. Ryan Bevere back here on 1310 WDPN.
Sometimes I think I may trade places with Ryan Keller.
There's the kickoff by Raftery. It's going to go 2 yards deep into the end zone. Same thing we had last time. And Quakers will take over first and 10. So 7-0 Purple Raiders with the lead. Of course, Mount Union perfect through the season. Wins over number 17 Wheaton, number 15 Grove City. Win over Baldwin Wallace and against Otterbein. There's Kevin Burke, the coach here at Wilmington now. 2-12 so far. 1-11 in the OAC. Trying to get something rolling down here for the Quakers. Former quarterback of Mount Union, Kevin Burke. National champion. Ross back to throw, slings it, caught and dropped at the 42-yard line. In and out of the hands of the wide receiver, Jalik Wilson, incomplete.
Wilson has to catch that, and he knows it. That is, you cannot give Mount Union anything when you play them. You got to capitalize on everything. You can't make any mistakes. That ball was perfectly thrown. He had it in his hands. Maybe just heard footsteps and put it on the ground.
College football scores. Ohio State leads Illinois 20-0. Illinois had a touchdown, but they took it off the board. So it's still 20-zip Bucks with 1:07 to go in the first half in Champaign. Here come the Quakers now. 2nd down and 10. Raiders will bring 6. And that was a complete disaster from the word go, and Mount Union's got the ball. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Weston Arthur comes out of there with a football for the Raiders. Good, tough, strong surge off the line for Mount. They caused the turnover, and it's a 1st down for the Raiders.
He was going in for a sack, and all he had to do was Arthur just took the ball right away from the quarterback, and now they got it 1 yard away from the red zone. Good play by Arthur.
So a little turnover for the Purple Raiders. They love turnovers. Had a pick 6 for a touchdown late in the game last weekend at home against Otterbein to cap that 62-7 win. Let's see if Mount goes for the throat here early. Inverted triangle trips to the right, slot to the left is Cockrell. Wyatt Steele breaks out and comes in motion. They'll give it to Sean Thomas to the 20. Thomas to the 15, and they'll wrap him up at the 15-yard line. Gain of 5 for Sean Thomas. Senior running back, 6 feet, 190. Lima Central Catholic.
You got to put a bunch of jerseys on Sean Thomas. A lot of them. He had a heck of a game last week, breaking tackles.
I love the combo that Mount has at running back between Darnell and Sean. It's just, they complement each other so well. Mikey Maloney in the gun. Wyatt Steele in motion again. Maloney fakes the handoff, throws it left side, caught Turner 5-4-2 and slung out of bounds just outside the Wilmington 2-yard line. That'll be 1st and goal for Mount Union.
They're going to go hurry up offense.
Yep, they're going quick. Twins to the left. Wide to the right is Allen. They'll give it to Sean Thomas, who bangs his way to the goal line. Did he get in? Yes, touchdown, Mount Union. So Sean Thomas takes it home from a couple of yards over the left side, and the Purple Raiders have taken a 13-0 lead.
The Purple Raiders really know how to take the wind out of the sail over here on the sideline. I mean, I tell you what, 8 minutes ago, this Wilmington team was fired up. They're hanging heads right now on the sideline.
Yeah. Well, reality is kind of set in. Merrick for the extra point to give the Raiders a 14-0 lead. Well, you get a gift like that, you got to take advantage, and that's what they did. Easy drive, easy score. Merrick's extra point is up. It is good, and we will take a timeout. 7:19 to go in the first quarter of play. It's the Purple Raiders 14, the Quakers nothing. You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN.
Craving something fresh in Alliance? Head to Pulp, where every day starts with in-house fresh squeezed juices, packed with real fruits and veggies. Need a boost? Try our wheatgrass or ginger shots. Small shots, big energy. Hungry? We've got you covered with crave-worthy bowls and wraps, loaded with flavor and made fresh just for you. Come visit us on 450 West State Street in Alliance. Healthy never tasted this good. Fresh flavors made just for you.
This is Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Welcome back to AM 1310 WDPN. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere. 14-0 Mount Union here at Wilmington. Pretty nice contingent of Purple Raider fans made the trek down. from Alliance, Stark County, or wherever. Probably some Mount alum in the Cincinnati area, I'm sure, that made the short trip over. Wilmington's got a nice little crowd today. Not big, hardly, but kickoff is muffed at the 5. We'll bring it out to the 10, and that's about it for Jalik Wilson.
Talked to a couple fans that came from Columbus.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, a couple fans made a short trip from Grove City.
That's about an hour, maybe less than an hour.
In case you didn't know, no Dunkin' Donuts in Grove City.
No, found that out the hard way. And then I had the awful timing, as usual. We pulled in fast food and went in order, and the menu was about to click from breakfast to lunch. And boy, did it cause a whole lot of heartache for the people running the registers. Passing the flat, caught back at the 5-yard line, spinning and twisting and going nowhere. Down at the 8-yard line. I believe that was that? No, that was 6, I beg your pardon. Yeah, Darryl Story out of Tip City, Ohio. So the Quakers are kind of going the wrong way here a little bit. They're down at their own 8-yard line now. Second down. 14-0 Purple Raiders. 6:42 clock running in the opening quarter of play. Purple Raiders just want to get a big lead here and rest up and get out of here. Pass is caught across the 15 to the 20, and it's going to be a first down, I believe, for Deontay. Deontay Sinan, the senior out of East Jasmine High School in Nicholsville, Kentucky. First down for Wilmington.
Tell you what, that official down there might be doing some ballet or some skating classes. He almost got drilled by the defender. Had to do a little dance to get out of the way.
So the Quakers with a big first down at their 21-yard line. Purple Raiders in front 14-0, first quarter of play. Ross is in the gun. He'll hand it off to the tailback, 21 to the 22-yard line, and no further for DeMarco Owens.
Remember, Wilmington started this game with 2 first downs. First 2 plays, 2 first downs, and since they just picked up that first down there, but it's been nothing. All Mount.
So Wilmington trying to claw their way back in here a little bit, down 14 in the first quarter. Isaac Ross, the young man out of Mayfield, Colorado, goes back to throw, steps, throws, caught, 30, 32, first down Wilmington. There's Story. Darryl Story with the reception and a Wilmington Quaker, first down. Ryan, it appears that those short little 5-6 yard, just drop back and sling it. It appears those have been open a lot to the left here early on. We'll see if the Purple Raiders adjust there a little bit. 14-0 Mount Union in the first quarter. 4:37 to go. Ross in the gun. Twins left, slot right. Play action to Owens. Ross steps up in the pocket, lets it go. He's got a man. Incomplete at the 33-yard line. Great recovery by Costa T.
That ball was a little too high, a little too slow, and it just was enough for Costa T to get his hand in there. That could have been 6 for Wilmington if it was a little better of a throw.
A little bit further, it might have been 6. Goes to Trashavulu out of North Ridgeville. We call his name a lot every Saturday afternoon.
He is a ball hawk. He's all over the place.
Good, tough football player, Costa.
Him and that number 3-0 playing that middle linebacker position.
Mr. Cruz got a stoppage here. Football got loose. Back there behind the end zone, some of the track and field equipment behind the goalpost to the left. Ross back to throw, thought about running, then he's going to throw it, and the running back said no thanks. Costa was just kind of hanging around the barn there, and Owens wanted no part of that. Incomplete, 3rd down and 10.
Tell you what, if you add a couple inches on some of these players on Mount's defense, they might be playing in Illinois right now.
Yeah, Coast
with the Buckeyes.
Coast is 5'9", 155. But he plays like he's about 6'1", 215.
Yep. I'm saying if he is 6'1", he might not be a Purple Raider.
So the Quakers now again find themselves in a position where they need about 10 yards on a third down. They'll scrimmage at their own 32-yard line, going left to right. Ross to throw. It's an out, not even close to a first down. Pass is caught by Sinan. He's going to be drilled at the 31. So needed 10. They ran about a 6-yard out. And the Purple Raiders swarming in. Zach Liebler, the former Maslin Washington Tiger, with the tackle. And that'll bring up fourth down for the Quakers, and Wilmington will send the punt team in. And Mason Ashby, the former North Canton Hoover Viking, will go back deep for the Purple Raiders at his 27-yard line.
The only time you try that out route on a fourth down and long is when the corners are giving you a lot of room, and Mount Union wasn't necessarily pressing at the line of scrimmage, but there wasn't much room in between the corner and the receiver.
Avery Ernst in punt formation for the Quakers. It's a left-footed boot, high and short, and knuckles its way out of bounds around the Mount Union 36-yard line.
If that's the kind of punt Wilmington's going to deliver, they might just go for it on fourth down.
That was a tough one off the left foot there. It had that almost that kickoff feel to it, end over end. And where are they officially going to mark this thing out? Looks like the 34 for the Purple Raiders.
Punter was avoiding some rush of Mount Union. They had a couple in the backfield looking to block that punt. He had to maneuver over to his left, so that probably is what altered the kick. He wasn't able to get it away cleanly. But if Mount Union is destroying the line of scrimmage on a punt, they're not even going to try it.
So here come the Purple Raiders. Mikey Maloney in his first season as quarterback for the Raiders. Play action. He'll throw it deep. Got a man. Turner dropped it at the 32-yard line. Boy, Mikey put it right on the money. Turner just couldn't hold it. Incomplete, second down.
Well, that seems to be a trend. That's the one thing that Mount Union has not done great this season. There's a lot of drops from the receivers. There was a lot of drops in the first half last week too, but they corrected it out in the second half.
Maloney has begun his first season as a starting quarterback with about 250-plus yards and multiple touchdowns in 3 of his first 4 games. He is the commander down there, no doubt about it, for Coach Jeff Dart. Handoff right side, 35-40. Here it goes. Thomas to the 45 and down inside the 44 to the 43, first down. That was Kennard, I beg your pardon. 26 snuck in there on us. Caleb Minner. So you got Minner, you've got Thomas, you've got Darnell Williams. That's a nice 3-headed look for the Purple Raiders.
Yeah, they've got legs.
Offense.
They've got legs for sure. And the quarterback. How about Mikey Maloney be able to use the legs? Already got a rushing touchdown today.
So Minner does the trick, and it's a first down Raiders at the Wilmington 43-yard line. Play action, Mikey to throw. Slings it. Caught by Ashby. Dropped it at the 30-yard line. That's the second drop ball today. Maloney's putting both of them right on the money, and the catch was just not made, second down.
And to me, he caught that ball and fumbled it, but there's nobody arguing that. So, second drop of the afternoon, second drop of the first quarter.
Yeah, you don't see that often. As we've been mentioning, Mason's been getting a couple more snaps each game at the wide receiver spot. Of course, he's your punt returner. Probably like to have that one back. Second down and 10 Raiders. Cockrell in motion. Fake. Mikey's going to run it. 40, 35. Makes a man miss and goes out of bounds at the Wilmington 33-yard line. So that will bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Purple Raiders as Mikey picked up 9 yards on the play.
You got 2 chances to get 1 yard here.
Mount Union's got the 3rd highest scoring offense.
Can I take a guess who may be number 1?
Well, Turner in motion to the right. Give the Minard. Look at this. 30. Got a block 20. Got a great block to the 10, to the 5, and a touchdown. Holy cow. Kalen Minard into the end zone and a touchdown for Mount Union. Boy, did he. I don't know who got bulldozed over here, but somebody from Mount Union just delivered a pancake. And Minard said, thank you very much, and took it into the end zone for the Purple Raiders score.
Well, he showed a lot of patience on that play. A lot of running backs right there immediately try to just cut it up to the sideline, and they get shoved out of bounds. He had the awareness to plant his feet, wait for the block, and then cut it up the field and get into the end zone. Great patience.
Franklin puts it down. Merritt kick is up and good.
That is Nick Chubb-esque, the way he's able to just be patient and find the hole and find the blocker. Le'Veon Bell was good at doing that as well.
So Mount Union off and rolling, 21-0 over the Quakers. We're still in the first quarter with 1:51 to go. Don't forget, next Saturday we'll be in Heidelberg as the Purple Raiders make the trek to take on the Student Princes. Next Saturday, 1:30 here on 1310 WDPN, and, of course, streaming live at Q92radiosports.com. This is a well-oiled machine here this afternoon. I know last week the first half was a little bumpy. I mean, Mount played well, don't get me wrong, but it was a little choppy for them, for their standards. And they came out of the locker room last week and put 28 points on the board in the third quarter against Otterbein and rode that to a 62-7 win. Today it looks like they got off the bus and they were ready to go.
Yeah, they were fired up. We had to share the bathroom across the way.
With the kickoff. That's going to go into the end zone, and the Quakers will take over first and 10. College football scoreboard, Houston leads Oklahoma State 27-10 early in the third quarter. Toledo 21, Bowling Green second in the third. UCF trailing Cincinnati 17-3. Bearcats stunning Iowa State a couple of weeks ago. Florida State leads Pitt 21-14. UCLA clobbering Michigan State 24-7 early in the third, and Alabama, Missouri 17-17 early in the third quarter. Let's see what the Buckeyes are up to here. 20-3 Ohio State at halftime over Illinois. Here come the Quakers. Ross will hand it off to Owens. Nothing. Weston Arthur.
Ball handed off to
on the tackle for the Purple Raiders.
He's tackled by the right side of the Purple Raider defense.
I believe Elijah Franklin got in there on that stop as well, the young man out of Jacksonville, Florida. 6'3", 235-pound defensive lineman. So we'll call it a loss of 2. We'll call it second down and 12. First quarter is starting to wind down here. We got a $1:10 to go. 21-0 Raiders. Ross play action, dumps, right side, caught, Story 30, Story 32, 33, and out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Connor Adelman, former Louisville Leopard. Getting some action here today.
They give their all on every play, and I love it. It's 21-0 first quarter. They give up a couple yards. It's third down, and Mount Union just looks like they gave up a game-winning touchdown.
Because they know when they're in the film room with the coaches, they better give 100% every play because they'll be found out. Ross back to throw on a 3-step drop. He's going to be flushed out. He's going to run it and twisting and turning and got a first down. He just spun. He got the spin cycle there a little bit and took it out to the 37, 38-yard line and got a first down.
It's got to be. It's a culture thing. What Jeff Dart's got going on. I mean, it's more than just recruiting the best players. There's a reason that you recruit the best players. There's a reason that you're so dominant. There's a reason that you win the OAC every single year, and it's because of it's just the tradition of excellence over at Mount Union. I can't get enough of it, Sam.
And we can't get enough of the first quarter because it is done. 15 minutes in the books in Wilmington. Your score, Mount Union 21, Wilmington nothing. We'll take a break. You're listening to Purple Raider Football right here on AM 1310 WDPN.
Bonford Glass reminds you that fall is just around the corner and winter won't be far behind. And now's the time to think about those commercial doors and windows that need a little work. When the mercury in the old thermometer starts to plummet and the cold wind starts to blow, you'll want to be warm and cozy inside. And you can be with the help of the experts at Bonford Glass. They can replace broken or cracked windows and doors quite economically with unsurpassed service. Bonfords can even handle those odd and different sized windows, as well as replacing the old hardware and providing weather stripping for commercial doors of all types. No matter what kind of door or window treatment you need, the crew at Bonford Glass can handle it. Imagine the comfort of a pleasantly warm home, and your fuel bill savings will add up too. Call the glass experts at Bonford Glass at 330-823-0450. Bonford Glass, 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310 WDPN.com.
Back in sunny Wilmington on this Saturday afternoon, OAC College Football here on WDPN and all across our social media platforms. 21-0 Purple Raiders. Ross and company, first to 10 at their own 37. Ross back to throw deep down the right side and complete. Great coverage by Costa Trashavulu. Never really turned around on the play, but he kind of.
He's a ball player.
He wasn't making any contact. That was the best. That was the only part that saved him maybe from a PI. And Costa knew what he was doing there. Incomplete, second down and 10. I want to tell you about Caleb Brown. His last sack, he is now 7th all-time in Mount Union history, Caleb, with career sacks. He has 25.5 right now. And I'm sure he'll get plenty more to add to that before it's all said and done. Preseason All-American. Caleb Brown. Pass over the middle, caught at the 40, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, to the 19, and down to the 18-yard line. That's the first down. That is Mackenzie Tillman got free down the middle on a post pattern. Ross found him in stride and a first down for the Wilmington Quakers.
Wilmington's number 7 just saw what Mount Union's number 7 did and said, here you go, I got one for you. That was a nice catch and run.
Tillman, the sophomore out of Reynoldsburg, Ohio, with a big catch and run on a first down. Well, that play just kind of came out of nowhere. Owens the tailback now. Quaker's going to go wide right, left, slot right. Ross in the gun. Play action. Here comes Caleb. Caleb Brown got held. They didn't throw a flag. Pass is incomplete down here at the 12-yard line, trying to hit Owens. Nice defensive coverage over here by Gavin Eberhardt. Yeah, Caleb Brown basically got his jersey ripped off over here.
Yeah, he was asking the official after the play. I saw him pulling on his jersey, signaling to the official that he got held, and he did.
I mean, if I saw it, it really had to happen. I'm not afraid to take a shot at my bad eyesight. Second down and 10 Quakers at the Purple Raider 20-yard line, going right to left. Ross in the gun. They're going to give it to Owens over the left side. 20, 15, Owens to the 10. Owens got a first down. The ball's loose. Purple Raiders have it at their own 7-yard line. They fumble the ball. Purple Raiders come out of there with it. And guess who? Caleb Brown with the recovery. I think. I saw him come out of there with the ball, but nobody's shaking his hand. Maybe somebody else got it.
Purple Raider football. That's what matters. And then, I mean, I know Mount Union plays for shutouts, so that's a huge drive right there to make that stop.
Yep, keeps that alive for down the road. So the Purple Raiders take over up 21-zip, and it sure looked like the Quakers were at least seriously knocking on the door. And now a timeout is called by Wilmington. They're going to challenge the ruling on the field for a fumble. What's this replay nonsense? We don't do this in the regular season. Or do we?
We haven't done it.
I never heard of such nonsense at the Division III. Look at these guys down here. They can't wait to go look at this replay. And they're going to run. Look at them. They're going to run all the way down to this tent and look. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't think that we've seen a replay. I don't know that
Postseason they have it, especially because a lot of those games are televised. I'm not privy to what the deal is down here with if it's live TV, live video, if it's broadcast. I have no idea. But again, they've found the need to stop playing and go down and take a look at it.
I don't know that I've ever even seen it in the postseason. I have not done as many games as you have. I certainly have never seen it in the regular season. I know we haven't seen it at all this season.
Well, we have obviously no replay monitors or anything here, so we'll just have to wait and see what they come up with. So I couldn't tell you if it was a fumble or not.
It looks like they're just down looking at an iPad. Now they're out of the tent now.
So it is a fumble, and the Purple Raiders have the ball, and they'll take it over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line. Second quarter just getting cranked up here. 14-10 to go. Purple Raiders in front by the score of 21-0. Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere with you today.
You know, this morning I had jeans on with a crew neck sweater.
Where did you get up? Antarctica this morning? What happened?
It was freezing this morning. I checked the weather app and had to make a quick adjustment.
Because I knew it was going to be 72 down here. I looked a couple days ago. I said, well, that's golf shirt and shorts weather. Now we got a flag thrown in right at the snap of the ball. Delay of game on Mount Union. So that'll be half the distance to the goal. I wonder if they ever reset the play clock after they had that stoppage to go look at the review of the fumble. Maybe they didn't reset it. First down, Purple Raiders now from their own 3. I'm throwing it right over the top right now. Maloney back to throw. They're going to throw it in the flat. Caught at the 5 to the 10. And Thomas is going to get to the 15 and the 16-yard line. So Maloney to Thomas. That's a nice little hookup. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 1 for Mount Union, already on top of the 21-0 lead. The Purple Raiders, number 2 in the national poll this week. Of course, North Central, number 1. And boy, they put a whooping on Wheaton last weekend. 35-0 North Central did. Inside handoff to 20, 25, 27 for Darnell. First down, Purple Raiders to the 28-yard line before he's taken down. 21-0 Purple Raiders. All right. Got a little info on the replay I'll be passing along to you here. First down, Purple Raiders. Inside handoff to Darnell. Look at him go. 30, 35, shake and bake to the 40. Here he goes to the 45. Stutter step to midfield to the 45. Down the sidelines and out of bounds is Darnell Williams. Finally goes down at the Wilmington 38-yard line. First down, Mount Union. So the officials now use coaches' film for replay. They look at it on an iPad the way the teams do. Was not aware of that during the regular season. I'm not sure. Well, obviously, if I didn't know about it, I don't know the rules. Like how many challenges you get. You get 1, you get 2. If you make 1, you get an extra one. Pass is caught by Jacob Cockrell. He is wrestled down at the Wilmington 31-yard line.
Good to get him going.
So that was the first time they have used that this year. Well, in any of the games that we have done. This is our 5th as the Raiders come in here 4-0. New rule this year that they're trying out. Thank you, Dino. Appreciate the information. Here come the Raiders now, 2nd and 3, just inside the Wilmington 30. Mikey gives it off to Darnell. He's got a first down inside the 25 and drives his way to the Wilmington 21-yard line. First down, Mount Union. Darnell Williams on the carry, and they'll move the sticks again. As this Mount Union offense now, remember this drive started after the Wilmington turnover, deep in Mount Union territory, inside their 5-yard line to be exact. And now they have taken it all the way down to the Wilmington 21-yard line here in the second quarter of play. 11:10 to go in the half. Purple Raiders on top, 21-0. Raiders going to go trips to the boundary. That's the right side. Matt Anderson is the tight end in that slot. And Mikey's going to go back to throw. Maloney steps off his back foot, got a man open at the back of in the front of the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. They try to get it to Jacob Cockrell. Maloney threw that ball off his back foot as he was almost going down. They almost got it in there to Cockrell, but fluttered just a bit at the goal line. Incomplete, second down. But they went for the whopper that time and just couldn't get it.
I'm wondering if there was a little miscommunication between Maloney and Cockrell right there, because Maloney threw it really, really close to the defender, and it looked like the wide receiver had to come back for it.
Purple Raiders now going to go triangle trips left. Cockrell to the boundary to the near side. Anderson in motion. Maloney throws it out to the left. It's caught. 22 inside the 20. Nicky Turner to the 15, and it'll be down at the 15-yard line. So that's going to set up. Now we got a whistle and an official timeout. Get an injured Mount Union player at the 17 on the far left hash.
I think it's Turner. It looked like he had his ankle rolled up on. If I was to take a guess, we've got a very, very far look at it. But it was awkward when they were trying to bring him down. He was trying to hop out of it and break out of the tackle.
So we believe that's Nick Turner down there at the 16-yard line. A couple of Mount Union staffers are out there taking a look. So the clock stops with 10:44 in the first half. 21-0 Mount Union, and again an injured Purple Raider. And that is Turner. And he's up and going to walk off under his own power. So that's a good to see there. I'm sure they'll take a look at Nick over there on the far side. Next Saturday, Mount Union at Heidelberg, 1:30 kick, 1310 WDPN, Q92radiosports.com. We were telling you about that Wheaton loss to North Central 35-0. Wheaton did not have their starting quarterback in that ball game, which we saw what he could do.
Yeah, he was a ball player.
That was a big blow not to have him for that ball game for sure, especially against North Central. Here come the Purple Raiders now, 3rd and 5, just outside the Wilmington 16-yard line. Mikey Maloney in the gun. Motion near side, fake jet sweep, fake handoff. Mikey rolls, throws in the back of the end zone, and it's incomplete.
He's going to be upset with himself.
Trying to get that, was it Wyatt Steele?
Yep, Wyatt
and
Steele.
They just couldn't come up with it. Wyatt looked really angry and mad at himself that he didn't get that. Again, we have such a bad angle where we're at. Anything way over on the far left side, it's pretty much a guess. But Steele looked really upset after he did not come up with that ball.
It was a diving attempt. He had it in his hands, and it just came out, rolled onto the track. He couldn't hang on to it.
21, 22, 23, 33-yard field goal coming up here for Merrick. Franklin will hold it on the far left hash just to give the Raiders a 24-0 lead. Snap, spot, kick by Merrick is up plenty long enough, and the kick is good. We'll take a timeout here at Wilmington. It's 10:08 to go in the first half of play. Purple Raiders 24 and the Quakers nothing. You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN.
Do you or a loved one suffer with back pain? Most chronic back problems are caused by compression from the disc being thinner and thinner as we get older. At the Disc Center of Alliance, also known as Family Health Physical Medicine, all we have to do is put the patient on the table and decompress the spine. These treatments are so gentle, patients usually fall asleep. They don't have to go through the shots, surgeries, all the physical therapy, or painful and invasive procedures or drugs. If you have an MRI scan, we can look at it and tell you if we can help you or not. Seeing us can change your life. Give us a call, 330-821-4455.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere, going to be with you on this Saturday afternoon in Wilmington. It's a 24-0 Mount Union lead. 10 minutes or so to go here in the first half of play. Stick around, halftime news and weather and sports report. Ryan B will take you through that, and we'll come back and get you ready for the second half of play here. What a gorgeous day. I mean, this is perfect football weather. There's the kickoff. Will they return it? Nope. Third consecutive touchback today, and the Quakers will take over 1st and 10. You know what, Raftery's got a good foot on him, the freshman, out of Nordonia.
25-yard line.
Mounts had some really, really good kickers over the years. Yeah, what do you say? Let's make another play. Ross and company, 1st and 10 in Wilmington at their own 25. Oh, and there's going to be a turnover and loose, and it's picked up by. What happened? Oh, they ruled it a forward pass. Looked like Jeff Dart was going to go out there and recover the ball himself. So they called it a pass, which that kind of a pitch play, almost like a shovel, that is ruled as an incomplete pass. Boy, I thought the Raiders were in business again deep in Wilmington territory.
Yeah, we don't have the video replay up here in the booth like we do at home, so I can't really look at it, but that seemed like a fumble to me.
Ross will go back into the shotgun. Play action to Owens. He'll dump it over the left side. Nobody had their back turned, and the pass is incomplete. He was trying to hit Joseph Spam, and then you had Liebler was back there for Mount Union. Cooper was back there, and nobody was turned around. And the ball just sailed and hit the ground incomplete. 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Ross is playing with fire, the way he lobs the ball up there for the receiver to find it and look at it. One of these throws, Purple Raider is going to find that ball, and it's going to be an interception. INT.
Well, let's see if we can get a little INT right here. Ross and company, 3rd and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Raiders are in front, 24-0. Whistles. That's got to be delay a game. Back judge dropping the flag at midfield, and that'll turn that 3rd and 10 into a 3rd down and 15.
Ross not happy with his receiver on that one. Looks like they might have had something. At least the quarterback thought so. How about a sack on 3rd down from Keenan Cruz? I don't know if they're going to send him or not.
Goes to T, going one-on-one over here. A little safety rollover. Ross back to throw. He just slings it up in the air, and it's caught. Make a call. Somebody make a call. Incomplete at the 45-yard line. Story almost was able to haul it in. Again, the officials waited forever to make a incomplete signal. And that'll bring up, roughing the passer. I didn't even see a flag. There it is. All the way back at the 15-yard line. Roughing the passer on Mount Union. And that will be a Wilmington 1st down at the Quaker 35-yard line. Ross in the gun. Play action to Owens. Throws it deep out. Caught. 40, 45, 50 to the Purple Raider 47-yard line. Deontay Sinan out of Nicholsville, Kentucky, the 6'3 senior with a catch and run on a first down for Wilmington. Boy, Ryan, they've had about a handful of plays, like chunk plays today.
Yep.
But they just can't cash in once they get closer and closer to the Mount Union goal line.
This is the third time in the first half that Wilmington's been in Mount territory and still scoreless.
So the Raiders with 3 defensive linemen, Caleb Brown coming off the edge. Play action. Ross looks. He fires it way downfield and incomplete. Wilmington fans want a flag on Cooper. They're not going to get it, and it's an incomplete pass, second down and 10. That was the old flag pattern right there, and Ross went back and just let it rip through a high arcing pass, trying to have his guy run underneath it, and Cooper was step for step, incomplete, second down. Say hello, everybody listening in right now on the Q92 sports page on Facebook, the 1310 WDPN Facebook page and X page, as we bring you Purple Raider football in Wilmington today. Little inside run by Owens. He is going to be stopped at the Mount Union 46-yard line. 24-0 Purple Raiders. And we're coming up on 8:50 left to go here in the first half of play. Check the college football scoreboard here for you in a minute. Buckeyes still lead Illinois 20-3. About 10 minutes to go in the third quarter in Champaign. Four wides this time for the Quakers. Twins right, left. Owens, the running back. Ross over the middle. Caught. Crossing pattern inside the Mount Union 30 down to the 28-yard line, and a first down for the Quakers. Story again on the reception for Wilmington and a first down.
What's interesting is these slant routes, these short slants are working, and Mount Union's only sending about 4 rushers each play. They're not blitzing any of the linebackers, just the 4 guys up front. So they have guys in that zone, and for some reason, they're just not able to stop the short slant route.
Quakers now going to go pretty much same formation. Twins right, slot left, wide left. Ross to throw over the middle for Story. That was a very quick slant, incomplete. He had a little extra mustard on that one, and Story couldn't grab it, incomplete, second down.
So I just kept my eyes right there on the linebackers. The linebackers are just playing in a zone coverage, but they're giving Wilmington about 5 yards. So they're basically saying, if you want this 5-yard slant, you can go ahead and take it, and we're just going to meet you at the ball, and we're going to tackle you. That's the problem, though. They haven't been getting to the ball and haven't been making the tackle. So if you're going to give them the 5 yards, you can't allow any other run after the catch.
Wide to the right, Jalik Wilson for Wilmington. Ross, play action. He'll throw left behind his receiver, Story, incomplete. But Zach Liebler was right there for the Purple Raiders. Zach is wearing bicycle shorts today for Mount Union, third down and 10.
We might not see a blitz at all today from Mount Union.
Wilmington now going to bring in Xander Logan, the freshman wide receiver out of Tampa. Wilmington third and 10 at the Purple Raider 28-yard line. Raiders shift at the line of scrimmage. Here they come. Ross to throw, steps up in the pocket, got away at the 25, goes inside the 20. He might have another first down. He got to the 19-yard line. Well, it's going to be close.
It's like he's
going to be short. Yep.
They'll go. They got to.
He's going to be about, that's about a full yard short, Wilmington. So their scrimmage line will be at the Purple Raider 19-yard line now. Again, the Quakers in the red zone. They've been down here a couple times today, but have had nothing to show for it. Purple Raiders in front 24-0 here. And we'll see what Coach Kevin Burke's got dialed up for Wilmington here on this 4th and 1 at the Mount Union 19. They're going to go twins right, slot left. Ross will roll right. He's got a man in the end zone. Incomplete! Boy, they went for the whole ball of wax on a 4th and 1. Couldn't get it. Liebler back there defensively for Mountain, and the Raiders turn the Quakers away once again.
Not enough time for that play to develop.
Nope.
The quarterback, it is almost like he's taking the snap and throwing it to a certain spot. And I understand quarterbacks do that. I just think the ball's in the air too much. It's floating too much. It's too slow motion, and I just don't think that those plays are developing fast enough, especially on a 4th down and short.
Yeah, 4th and 1, they went for the end zone. Again, the development of it was just too slow. And again, the Purple Raiders turn Wilmington away. They toughen up inside that red zone. Mount Union takes over 1st and 10 with a 24-0 lead. 1st and 10 Raiders at their own 19-yard line. Trips right. Ashby will break out and come in motion. He'll come back the other way. Maloney hands it off to Thomas to the 22 to the 23. Thomas, look out, young man, taken down at the 25-yard line. Thomas will pick up 6 yards on the play. Sean Thomas, Lima Central Catholic, 6'1", 190 pounds.
Ashby had a tough job on that end around right there. He had to throw a nice little block, just a nice edge block, and it was enough just to open up that 6-yard gain.
Yep, just enough to get a little crease for Thomas. A little power eye this time. Hand off. Thomas trying to go right. Wilmington comes in and clips him and brings him down.
Might be the first time you see Sean Thomas brought down at the line of scrimmage, and he still broke a tackle.
Jack Sandberg, it looked like the linebacker on the tackle at a Hilliard Bradley for the Wilmington Quakers. So a 3rd and 4 coming up now for the Raiders at their own 25-yard line. 24-0 Mount. 5:50 clock running in the first half of play here at Wilmington. Raiders looking to start 5-0 here in 2025. Steele, tight left, wide left, slot right, H-back right, Mikey back to throw. He's got all day. I mean all day. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. He's looking. Now he's going to run. Runs by the tackle, 35. What happened here?
I think he just made it look too easy.
It looked like it almost looked like, and I didn't hear a whistle blow, but it looked like the play was dead, and everybody just kind of stopped, and Maloney just kind of pranced his way out of bounds at midfield, making it look as easy as could be, and a 1st down for Mount Union. I mean, it literally looked like they were just stopping the play. Wyatt Steele, H-back right, double H-back right this time. Hand off to Thomas. Got to the Wilmington 49 before he was brought down by Luke Roten, number 7.
I thought maybe Mikey stepped out at like the 40-yard line and
right.
just jogged up the sideline, but no, he was just that open. A lot of room to run, and he knew that he had the 1st down, and that's all he was targeting. He's a smart quarterback,
yes.
Man. He really has all the tools. I have been so impressed with Mike Maloney and the first half of the season.
So the Purple Raiders looking to add to their 24-0 lead. Maloney steps on the pocket, whistles it over the middle, caught at the 30-yard line by Jacob Cockrell. He's taken down at the 30-yard line.
Sometimes my comparisons get a little overboard, a little out of hand. His presence in the pocket almost reminds me of like a Patrick Mahomes. He's just so patient, and he's so smart. He knows exactly what to do. And the fact that he had all day on that last play, but he didn't rush anything. He didn't make any mistakes.
Jacob Fitzpatrick on that last tackle for Wilmington. Here come the Raiders. Student body right, pitch to Thomas, 30, 25, 20. Thomas down the sideline, inside the 15. It'll be knocked out of bounds. And around the 13. Penalty flag over here at the 30. Holding on Mount Union. College football scoreboard. Toledo leads Bowling Green 21-14, 2 minutes to go. Bearcats lead UCF 17-3 late in the third quarter. SMU over Stanford 24-7. Ohio State 20, Illinois 10, 8 minutes to go third quarter in Champaign. Thought that might be a little bit of not a struggle, but maybe a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. Ohio State today. Tough to win on the road. I don't care who you are. Maloney hands it off to Thomas, 40. Sean blasting his way inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line.
I wouldn't say that's a Mount Union right now. That might be the one exception. Yeah. They are making it look fairly easy out there right now.
Mount Union player down at the 28. This looks like maybe a little wind knocked out, or I don't think it's a cramp for Thomas. So there's a stoppage in play with 3:11 to go in the first half. We'll break. Purple Raiders on top 24-0. It's Purple Raider football on 1310 WDPN.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today?
What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You?
I need new faucets and a vanity, maybe even a whole new bathroom. But I can't get any help or find what I need in this place.
Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is an American Standard Plumbing Registered showroom, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Sean Thomas, the injured Purple Raider, but he is up and okay. Went off the field under his own power. Raiders getting a little nicked up here today. But they got a 2nd down and 8 at the Wilmington 28-yard line. You get a trips package left. Mason Ashby is a part of that. Cockrell down here to the right. Anderson goes in motion, comes back. Mikey Maloney's running, throws it behind the line of scrimmage. It's scooped off the turf by Ashby to the 20. Mason 15-10, and he's out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. How about that? Mason Ashby picked up that ball off the turf. It was a lateral, it was a backward pass. And Ashby picked it up and said, I'm going to the end zone. It was almost got there.
Great block by the motion man, too. Anderson went down the field and made a nice block and then held with it because the play stalled with the ball being put on the ground. So, and Anderson didn't let the defender get any ground on that one. I wish Ashby would have gotten the end zone, though.
Purple Raiders now trying to add to the lead. 1st and goal with the Wilmington 6-yard line. They'll give to Darnell Williams. Goes inside, nothing. Goes outside 2 to the 1. He'll walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union. Darnell Williams from 6 yards away. 30-0 Purple Raiders.
Much better than last week's first half. A lot. We expected that. We expected Mount Union, even though it was 62-7, we didn't really approve of the first half that we saw last week at home. And they are on the road, and the wheels are still rolling.
To the tune of 30-0 with 1:58 to go. They just blew right past the 2-minute timeout there. Bad snap. Franklin gets it down. Merrick's extra point is good. How he squeezed that one through. Nice job by Michael Franklin to get that ball down, and now they're gonna squeeze that 2-minute timeout in. We'll take a break as well. $1:58 to go in the first half. The Raiders are rolling here in Wilmington. 31-0 Mount Union. We'll be right back.
Craving something fresh in Alliance? Head to Pulp, where every day starts with in-house fresh squeezed juices, packed with real fruits and veggies. Need a boost? Try our wheatgrass or ginger shots. Small shots, big energy. Hungry? We've got you covered with crave-worthy bowls and wraps, loaded with flavor and made fresh just for you. Come visit us on 450 West State Street in Alliance. Healthy never tasted this good. Fresh flavors made just for you.
The Q92 Sports Network is your home for the best coverage of high school and Mount Union football and basketball. Be sure you're following us on our social media. Just follow Q92 Sports on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and Threads. You'll know what games we'll be broadcasting week to week, and we drop photos and videos from all of our high school and Mount Union broadcasts. Be sure to follow Q92 Sports on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and Threads. And stay connected to the Q92 Sports Network.
This is Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310 WDPN.com.
Raftery with a little onside kick. It's booted around, and it's loose and gobbled up by the Quakers. And it's loose again, and I think Mount Union's got it at the 40-yard line. Now Wilmington says they have it. Mount says they have it. I'm going to tell you what, I don't know what happened at the bottom of that pile. Now the official's trying to get in there without getting body slammed by somebody. So everybody thinks they have the ball, but we won't know until now, and it's Mount Union football. Wow. How about that element of surprise? The onside kick with 1:54 to go and a 31-0 lead, and the Raiders take over 1st and 10.
Bunch of heads shaking over here on the home
Hey, I'll tell you what,
sideline.
talk about the element of surprise. No better time than right there.
How do you like that? Up 31-0. You want to try to make it 38-0 before the half.
I think what they want to do here is get 38 and then maybe one series in the second half and sit them down.
I think if you get 38 right here, I don't even know if I'd put the ones back in.
You want to keep everybody fresh and keep everybody engaged, whether you're a number 1, a 2, or a 3. Here comes Matt Anderson in motion. He'll set tight. Ashby will go in motion to the far side, weaseling in and out of traffic. It's a counter play. 40, 35, 30, 25 to the 24-yard line. Menard with a first down carry. Caden Minner. First down, Purple Raiders. Officially down at the 24-yard line of Wilmington as the Raiders go left to right. Deep into the second quarter. We're down to 1:35 to go. Boy, lots of time. Trips right, Maloney in the gun. Mikey throws it in the flat, caught by Mason Ashby. Inside the 20, Mason to the 15. He's inside the 10 and out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Mason Ashby picked up he picked up about 15. They're going to mark that at the 9-yard line.
Let's get the Viking in the end zone.
Let's go.
Let's do it before the half.
What do they do, throw a flag?
There is laundry down on the field. It's going to go against Mount Union.
Of course it is. So they will move the football all the way back to the Wilmington 32. So nullify that great catch and run by Ashby. And the Purple Raiders will have to work a little bit harder now to get this thing into the end zone. With 1:26 to go in the first half, they lead at 31-0 here at Wilmington. Stick around, halftime activities coming up at the end of the second quarter. Ashby will come in motion again to the right side. There's the snap. There's the throw. There's the catch by Cockrell. Hauls it in down at the Wilmington 23-yard line. Picks up a gain of 10 yards on the play, did Cockrell.
Nice ball placement again by Mikey Maloney. Only a couple of spots you could have put that on the sideline, and it was in the number 1 spot that it needed to be. Nice to see Cockrell catching these balls, too.
Stockbridge, Georgia. One of the outstanding transfers that have come in to Mount Union for the 2025 campaign. There's a play action. Mikey's going to throw it out here in the flat to Ashby. Bobbled it a couple of times and incomplete at the 17-yard line.
Nice play by the linebacker in there to get his hand in there just to knock it away.
Well, we'll see what Coach Dart and the Raiders come up with here. Third down and 9, Mount Union. Purple Raiders in front, 31-0 here in this OAC contest at Wilmington. Trips right. Mikey Maloney in the shotgun now, and Minner will be the setback to the right. Cockrell, Ashby down here to the right side. Maloney. Timeout, Mount Union.
Well, you want to make sure you get it right. Onside kick up 31-0 before the half. You got to end up points here. We may even get 4 down territory if they don't get this third down. You might send out the field goal unit again to make it 34.
But then you always, you want to give your depending on what the situation and circumstance, you want to give your place kicker a chance to get some field goal work in as well as the extra points.
Yeah, that's a good point. And you want to, I mean, one way or another, after what just transpired, you want to make sure that you come away with some sort of points here. So maybe one little try for the first down, need 8 yards. Probably try to do it through the air, and if not, bring out your kicker.
All right, same formation now. Trips package to the right. Ashby in motion. Mikey Maloney, Painesville Riverside QB, is in the gun. He'll go back to throw it. Mikey steps up in the pocket, fires a little comeback route, caught inside the 10, inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown. Preston Smith with the catch and score for the Purple Raiders. It's 37-0 Mount Union. Preston Smith, the sophomore, out of South Lebanon. Archbishop Moeller. We made that look easy, the sophomore did.
They wanted to make this, they wanted to put it again.
They wanted to put the hammer down.
That's what they said. They were talking about it before the game. They just want to go out and do all the fundamental things. If you remember last week, the first half wasn't as great.
Extra point by Merrick is up and good, and we got some pushing and shoving and flags after the extra point. Probably a little frustration boiling over down there. So with 1:12 to go in the first half, Mount Union 38-0, but again, penalty flags on the play. Don't forget, start your day with Rex in the morning, 6 until 10, AM 1310 WDPN. John Tesh from 10 until 3, and then I come in 3 until 6, 1310 WDPN, and all of your social media platforms. Another big weekend of high school football in the books. Big one last night in the area. West Branch held off a very game Alliance comeback, 34-28, as the Warriors picked up their 7th win of the year. Alliance dropped to 6-2. Camp McKinley, tough game to hold on to beat Lake.
Kicking team. That will be 10 yards from the spot. We'll retry the down. After the play was over, personal foul, offense, number 45. Personal foul, defense, number 41. Those will cancel. We're going to redo the try.
So I hope you got all that. You had offsetting, and we're going to have to re-kick. 37-0. Mount, 1:12 to go in the first half. Again, halftime activities coming up. Jeff Mears with your news. National, regional, local. We'll have some national sports news. Get the weather in there. Ryan will take you home during halftime here this afternoon.
But we're going to have some fun, man. It's like the best 20 minutes of my weekend.
Yeah. I don't know what that says, but if you say so, we'll go with it. Okay, let's get the ball down here and snap it. Here we go. 37-0 Purple Raiders. Franklin to hold. Merrick on for the extra point. This will be a 30-yard extra point here for Merrick. Out of the hold of Franklin. Snap spot. Kick is on the way. It's up and good. So it's 38-0 now. Mount Union with the lead. Purple Raiders next weekend make the trip to Heidelberg to take on the Student Princes. Ryan and I will be there next Saturday, 1:30 kickoff right here on AM 1310 WDPN, and hopefully another beautiful weather day like today. Boy, we've had some fantastic weather this year. Now we know It's going to come to an end at some point, but boy, it's been really, really good. Merrick's kickoff. Will this be a return? Yes. Fake reverse. Coming around the left side. 15 to the 18 to the 19, and that's all.
Kick return by Deontay Saman.
Nice downfield coverage by the Purple Raiders. Meet the pilot, the linebacker out of Naperville Central. Number 35 led the charge for the special teams. And we'll see if the Quakers try to get something cooking. They got 1:07 to go. They've got 2 timeouts. And they'll go 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line right to left. Purple Raiders in front if you're just joining us. 38-0 here, deep into the second quarter of play. Ross throws it out into the flat, caught at the 17, and drug out of bounds at about the 19-yard line.
He's stopped by number 34, Weston Arthur.
See if Mount. Nope, they got all their first stringers in there. Only a gain of around 1 or so. Ball at the 20-yard line, 2nd down and 9. Quarterback Isaac Ross, the senior, will go back to throw it again. Here comes the pressure. Ross will dump it. Got a man open. Caught 25. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line of the first down. That pass is caught by Jalik Wilson, who's out of Delaware, Ohio. Going to officially put that down at the 32-yard line, or the first down for Wilmington. Keenan Cruz on that tackle for Mount Union. Stoppage in play. Officials are huddling up. So went the game clock from 50.4 seconds to 53 seconds here in the second half. 38-0 Mount Union. Purple Raiders now have scored in 566 consecutive football games. Flags all over the place.
It might be the craziest stat I've ever heard in sports. Like, when you really think about it, it's just...
The streak began November the 7th, 1981 at Kenyon under then head coach Ken Wable. Last time the Raiders were held scoreless, October 31st, 1981 against Baldwin Wallace.
That was 16 years before I was even thought of, Sam.
Let's see, 81, I was 11. Pass incomplete at the 40-yard line. Story was the intended receiver. Caleb Brown was hanging out back there with Cooper. You know, it's really wild now. I mean, at least for my opinion, because I'm almost twice your age, I think.
I mean, my whole life they've scored a touchdown in every game. Plus 16 years.
It's just amazing to, like, when I hear things that happened in the 80s and 90s, I think, oh, well, that wasn't that long ago. Oh, it wasn't that long ago. Ross throws it, little comebacker caught. Jalik Wilson across the 35 to the 37-yard line. I mean, the 80s was like 45 years ago. It just doesn't seem right. Quakers up to the line, 3rd and 5. Here comes the heat. Ross pass incomplete. Keenan Cruz with the coverage at the 42-yard line. They tried to hit the wide receiver, Joseph Spann. That'll stop the clock, and 27.5 to go. I don't know what kind of I guess it just depends where this return comes to, but it is not out of the question.
Yeah, no,
Mount could put another one on the board here.
No, it's not.
27.5 to go. Now, let's see what Mason Ashby can do here. Been waiting for him to break one. There's the boot. Almost got it. End over end. Mason will let that go. And Wilmington will down it at the Mount Union 27-yard line with exactly 18.7 seconds to go here in the first half.
Well, I mean,
what do you think they'll do here? They'll probably just take a knee back here, 28-yard line.
Yeah,
I would think.
Probably, if not, maybe a screen to the line of scrimmage. Maybe you could try to get one of your receivers an open field. Maybe you could get one of your running backs. Maybe a little halfback pass to Darnell Williams could open the door for something. But I mean, you're up 38-0. However, they did run an onside kick up 31, so I wouldn't. I wouldn't put anything past them. They are going out of the gun.
All right, Maloney in the gun. Twins left, slot right, wide right. Purple Raiders 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line, leading 38-0 here in the first half of play. Matt Anderson in motion. Maloney, inside handoff to Darnell. 30, 35. Fumbled the ball. Wilmington's got it at the Mount Union 45-yard line. Coming out of there with it was Tyler Gregory, the sophomore. And the Quakers now with 11.3 seconds have a chance to get something on the board. Boy, that will not make the Mount staff happy right there.
I wonder what the plan was after that. Were they trying to get it to midfield, maybe take one shot to the end zone?
Yeah, because Mount still had 2 timeouts left, so they could have done that if they wanted to.
They probably could have run another play, actually, and got closer.
A rare fumble by Darnell Williams, and the Quakers 1st and 10 at the Mount Union 45 with 11 seconds to go. Now it is a 38-0 game, but a chance for something positive for the Quakers as Ross will go back to throw. He's in trouble. Got away once, got away again, throws it back shoulder, incomplete at the 18-yard line. Tremendous defensive play by Zach Liebler for Mount Union. That'll bring up 2nd down with 4 seconds to go.
Darnell is on the sideline. He's got a close eye on this. Looks like he's very nervous, doesn't want to be responsible for blowing a possible shutout.
About a minute to go in the third quarter. Ohio State 27, Illinois 10. 4.4 seconds here in the first half. Mount Union 38, Wilmington 0. The Quakers will have one more shot here. 2nd down from the Mount Union 45-yard line. So let's see what Coach Burke comes up with here. They're going to call a timeout. That will be their 3rd and final timeout here in the first half of play. Don't forget, you can listen to the Purple Raider head football coach Jeff Dart on my program, The Sam Berkwin Show, every Thursday beginning at 3:35. We'll talk Purple Raider football, the practice week, talk about some of the players and what's going on for the Purple Raider football program. Jeff Dart on The Sam Berkwin Show every Thursday, 3:35 on AM 1310 WDPN and all of our social media platforms. Love visiting with Coach every week. All right, let's see what the Quakers have dialed up. Mount's going to take about 3 guys and put them back inside the 10-yard line just in case. Quakers will break the huddle. They'll go trips right, slot to the left. And Ross is in the gun. He'll have to chuck it. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's got to throw it way down the right side. It's intercepted by Mount Union. And the ball is picked up by Ricky Levac, the sophomore. On a CVCA. And that's a good way to end the first half at Wilmington. Your score, the University of Mount Union 38 and the Wilmington Quakers nothing. The big halftime report is coming up next on AM 1310 WDPN and Q92radiosports.com.
Do you or a loved one suffer with back pain? Most chronic back problems are caused by compression from the disc being thinner and thinner as we get older. At the Disc Center of Alliance, also known as Family Health Physical Medicine, all we have to do is put the patient on the table and decompress the spine. These treatments are so gentle, patients usually fall asleep. They don't have to go through the shots, surgeries, all the physical therapy, or painful and invasive procedures or drugs. If you have an MRI scan, we can look at it and tell you if we can help you or not. Seeing us can change your life. Give us a call, 330-821-4455. Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today?
What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You?
Oh, I need new kitchen cabinets and countertops, maybe even a whole new kitchen, but I can't get any help or find what I need in this place.
Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is a craft-made dealer, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
From the newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears with this halftime edition of AM 1310 WDPN News. A special prosecutor is being sought for the case of two Canton police officers charged in the death of a man in their custody. Prosecutors made the request today in Stark County Common Pleas Court during a pretrial hearing for Bo Shonegi and Camden Birch. They are charged with reckless homicide. Prosecutors cite a conflict of interest. Retired Medina County Common Pleas Judge James Kimbler is overseeing the case after Stark County judges recused themselves. He gave prosecutors 2 weeks to file a motion. A final pretrial hearing is set for January 21st. In April 2024, Frank Tyson of Canton Township crashed his vehicle near the AmVets building on Sherrick Road Southeast. People inside called police to have Tyson removed due to erratic behavior. He stopped breathing after being handcuffed and put on the floor. Molly Stark Hospital will soon come down. Crews are set to begin demolition of the 96-year-old facility next week. The contractor is Gary Matarelli Excavating. Stark Parks owns the property in Nimishillen Township, which has been abandoned since 1995. Park officials have cited safety concerns.
Square foot facility houses 3 fire trucks and 3 EMS vehicles, along with training facilities, a day room, sleeping dorms, and a decompression area in which the air pressure is elevated to keep out the contaminants from the vehicle emissions. On hand for the ceremonies, which included dedication of the building to the late city manager, Dr. Larry Collins, whose efforts resulted in this facility, were members of his family and officials from fire departments all over the county and beyond. For WDPN News, I'm David Schuer.
You'll soon have another option for flying to the Windy City from Akron Canton Airport. The first American Airlines flight to Chicago's O'Hare International Airport is set for departure Monday morning at 7:45. United Airlines currently operates the only service to Chicago from CAK. Akron Canton will host a gate party for travelers on the American flight at 6:30. Victims of the 2023 East Palestine train derailment and Norfolk Southern have until October 10th to respond to fraud allegations concerning the $600 million settlement of a class action lawsuit. Federal Judge Benita Pearson issued the deadline following a filing last week by a group of class members who opted into the personal injury portion of the settlement. They alleged their legal representatives intentionally hid crucial information about health risks. At issue is the portion of the settlement providing payments to individuals who signed a release of their personal injury claims against the railroad. The motion requests that the settlement, which was approved a year ago, should be nullified. Norfolk Southern has indicated it will oppose the motion. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
The Highway Patrol is investigating a fatal single-vehicle crash in Columbiana County. It happened around 8:40 Wednesday night. The car was southbound on State Route 644 in Franklin Township when it failed to negotiate a curve, went off the right side of the road, and struck a tree south of Lewis Road. The vehicle caught fire and the driver died at the scene. Their name has not been released. The crash forced authorities to close the roadway for about 2 hours. A man accused of attacking a Latonia police officer will undergo treatment at Heartland Behavioral Health Care in Massillon. The commitment of 47-year-old Randy May of Latonia was issued Wednesday by Columbiana County Common Pleas Judge Megan Bickerton. He was recently found not guilty by reason of insanity, a felonious assault, and aggravated robbery. Bickerton said an evaluation determined May was mentally ill. Officer John Hancock suffered a broken ankle and a head injury when he was hit with a metal bar during an October 2024 traffic stop. May was also found not guilty by reason of insanity for assaulting a deputy in April of 2024. The final termination of commitment for the Latonia case will be in 2036. Hearing for the other will be in 2027. Attorneys have filed an amended injunction in Mahoning County Common Pleas Court asking a magistrate to allow Youngstown Ursuline High School transfer students to play football this season. It was filed Thursday. The amended injunction notes a Trumbull County judge ruled in favor of 3 students who transferred to Girard and seeks the same decision in Mahoning County. The OHSAA ruled last month that any student who transferred from Ursuline to another school would not be able to play for the 2025 season. The season was canceled following allegations of hazing, sexual assault, and harassment involving some players. The original injunction in Mahoning County was recently denied. A hearing is scheduled for October 10th. A woman is headed to prison for the drowning death of a 1-year-old girl in Youngstown. 32-year-old Adrienne Hudson of Youngstown was sentenced today by Mahoning County Common Pleas Judge Maureen Sweeney to 6 to 9 years behind bars. Pleaded guilty in August to charges of involuntary manslaughter and child endangering. Hudson was indicted in January 2024 for the September 2023 incident. London Kazan was found in a pool at a home on Ridgelawn Avenue. Hudson was babysitting the girl and her own child at the West Side address. The group was outside and the girl reportedly wandered away and ended up in the pool. The child's death was later ruled accidental. We'll return you to the stadium for the second half of tonight's game, but first a look at the forecast. For the overnight, clear and cool, a low near 52. Sunny skies Saturday with a high reaching 81. Saturday night, clear, a low around 50. Sunday, sunshine returns with a high of 82. Monday, sunny skies and a high of 83. From the AM 1310 WDPN newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears.
Montfort Glass reminds you that fall is just around the corner and winter won't be far behind. And now's the time to think about those commercial doors and windows that need a little work. When the mercury in the old thermometer starts to plummet and the cold wind starts to blow, you'll want to be warm and cozy inside. And you can be with the help of the experts at Montfort Glass. They can replace broken or cracked windows and doors quite economically with unsurpassed service. Montforts can even handle those odd and different sized windows, as well as replacing the old hardware and providing weather stripping for commercial doors of all types. No matter what kind of door or window treatment you need, the crew at Montfort Glass can handle it. Imagine the comfort of a pleasantly warm home, and your fuel bill savings will add up too. Call the glass experts at Montfort Glass at 330-823-0450. Montfort Glass, 30 South Union Avenue, in Alliance.
This is Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM 1310WDPN.com.
Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN. We are at halftime here at Wilmington College. Thanks for joining me. I'm Brian Bevere. Sam Berkowitz will join us back up in the third quarter. We've got a 38-0 blowout right now. Mount Union has the lead. A big reason for the 38-0 is 268 yards on the ground for the Mount Union Purple Raiders. Darnell Williams, 9 carries for 96 yards and a touchdown. Caden Minor, 3 carries for 75 yards and a touchdown. Sean Thomas, 6 carries, 27 yards and a touchdown. And how about the quarterback? Quarterback QB1, Mikey Maloney, not just uses his arms, he uses his legs as well. How about 3 rushes, 70 yards for your QB1, and you guessed it, a touchdown. 4 rushing touchdowns, 268 yards off of 21 attempts for Mount Union. Wilmington has rushed the ball 10 times. They have 30 rushing yards. Passing yards, Mount Union 119. Mikey Maloney is 9 of 14. The other side of the ball, Wilmington, Ross is 13 of 29 with a pick for 169 yards. So they're throwing the ball double Mount Union. Total offensive plays and yards, Mount Union's run 35 plays, totaling 387 first half yards for the Purple Raiders. 39 plays for Wilmington, 199 yards. No fumbles for either team. 1 interception. It was for Mount Union. Punts, Wilmington did it twice for an average of 31 yards. I would imagine the punter is going to take the day off for Wilmington the rest of the way. Mount Union lost a fumble towards the end of the half. Darnell Williams coughed it up, but Wilmington was not able to capitalize on it. Wilmington has fumbled 3 times. Mount Union 5 penalties for 48 yards. Wilmington 3 penalties for 20 yards. Time of possession. This was completely out of hand last week as Mount Union lost in time of possession by about double in the time. They've possessed the ball 15 minutes and 46 seconds versus 14 minutes and 14 seconds to Wilmington. So that's the big difference from the first half this week and the first half from last week. 3 of 4 on third downs. They have not had to go for it on fourth down yet. Wilmington 2 of 6 on third down and 0 of 2 on fourth down. Wilmington's been in the red zone twice. They are 0 of 2. Mount Union 3 trips to the red zone, 3 of 3 for the Purple Raiders. Some more individual stats, and then we'll get to the highlights of the first half. We'll get you all the scores here in a couple of minutes. I already went over this. We'll do it again because it's just so amazing. Darnell Williams, 9 carries, 96 yards and a touchdown. Caden Miner, 3 carries, 75 yards and a touchdown. Mikey Maloney carried the ball 3 times, 70 yards and a touchdown. Sean Thomas, 6 carries, 27 yards and a touchdown. Mikey Maloney, 9 of 14 through the air, 119 yards, a touchdown. His long was 23 yards. Jacob Cockrell, he has 3 catches, 37 yards. Nick Turner has 2 catches, 18 yards. Preston Smith, 1 catch, 23 yards. And Mason Ashby had a catch for 22 yards. How about the defense? Weston Arthur, 4 unassisted, 1 assisted, 5 total tackles. Jerry Cooper, 3 total tackles. Caleb Brown has 3 total tackles and a sack. Costa T, 3 total tackles, tackle for loss. All right, let's go through some of our highlights. It started really early in the first quarter. Mikey Maloney had a 38-yard rush to make it 6-0 Mount Union.
Here in the opening quarter of play, Sam Berkman and Ryan Bevere with you today from Wilmington College, the home of the Quakers. Trips to the right now for Mount. Fake pitch right. Mikey coming left, 35-30. There he goes, 25-20. Maloney's off to the races, 10 to live. He dives into the end zone, touchdown. Mikey Maloney from 37 yards. The young man from Painesville Riverside on the board, and the Purple Raiders take an early 6-0 lead.
Just about a little over a minute after that, Sean Thomas had a 2-yard rush to extend the lead to 14-0 for Mount Union. They're going to go hurry up offense.
Yep, they're going quick. Twins to the left, wide to the right is Allen. They'll give it to Sean Thomas, who bangs his way to the goal line. Did he get in? Yes, touchdown, Mount Union. So Sean Thomas takes it home from a couple of yards over the left side, and the Purple Raiders have taken a 13-0 lead.
Quarter. How about the third rushing touchdown for Mount Union? It came from number 26, Miner, the 36-yard rush, making it 21-0 Mount Union.
Turner in motion to the right. Give the Minard. Look at this. 30. Got a block. 20. Got a great block to the 10, to the 5, and a touchdown. Holy cow. Kalen Minard.
21-0 after that Minard touchdown. We did get a field goal by Merrick. It was a 33-yarder that made it 24-0. After that, Darnell Williams, a 6-yard touchdown rush. That was the 4th rushing touchdown of the first half, making it 31-0 for Mount Union.
First and goal at the Wilmington 6-yard line. They'll give to Darnell Williams. Goes inside, nothing. Goes outside 2 to the 1. He'll walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union. Darnell Williams from 6 yards away. 30-0 Purple Raiders.
The PAT was good by Merrick, making it 31-0. And how about a little trickery up 31-0 with 1:58 to go? Coach Dart pulled out a joker out of his hat, went for an onside kick. They got it, and they turned it into points. Smith, 23-yard pass from Mikey Maloney to make it 38-0.
Mikey Maloney, Painesville Riverside QB, is in the gun. He'll go back to throw it. Mikey steps up in the pocket, fires a little comeback route, caught inside the 10, inside the 5, into the end zone, touchdown. Preston Smith with the catch and score for the Purple Raiders.
And that's where we stand. It is 38-0. Your Purple Raiders have a commanding lead. We're 3 hours away from home, and the second half is about 5 minutes away. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll break down what we think is going to happen here in the second half. We'll go over more high school football scores and some more college football scores for you. Mount Union Purple Raider football on AM 1310 WDPN. We'll be right back.
Bonford Glass reminds you that fall is just around the corner and winter won't be far behind. And now's the time to think about those commercial doors and windows that need a little work. When the mercury in the old thermometer starts to plummet and the cold wind starts to blow, you'll want to be warm and cozy inside. And you can be with the help of the experts at Bonford Glass. They can replace broken or cracked windows and doors quite economically with unsurpassed service. Bonfords can even handle those odd and different sized windows, as well as replacing the old hardware and providing weather stripping for commercial doors of all types. No matter what kind of door or window treatment you need, the crew at Bonford Glass can handle it. Imagine the comfort of a pleasantly warm home, and your fuel bill savings will add up too. Call the glass experts at Bonford Glass at 330-823-0450. Bonford Glass, 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Welcome back to Wilmington College. Mount Union Purple Raider football on AM 1310 WDPN. I'm Ryan Bevere alongside Sam Burke. Going to be joining us here in a couple of minutes. Let's break down what we think is going to happen in the second half coming up. How about some college football scores? Ohio State 34-10 over Illinois on the road in Champaign. Alabama has a 10-point lead over Missouri, 27-17, 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Pitt, how about the Pitt Panthers? They got a 3-point lead over Florida State with 7:15 to go in that fourth quarter. UCLA. Man, I hope you weren't fooled today. 38-13. Beat down over Michigan State. They got a new coach. They've got a new coordinator. And looks like the Bruins have new things rolling in Los Angeles. SMU 31-10 over Stanford. Cincinnati 20-3 over UCF. James Madison 21-14 over the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. Miami of Ohio 20-7 over the Akron Zips. 1:51 to go in the fourth quarter there. Some action for you. Bowling Green 27, Toledo 21. Ole Miss was trailing Washington State at home 14-10. It's now 17-14 Ole Miss. Northern Illinois 10, Eastern Michigan 6. Kent State 14, UMass 0. Houston a winner over Oklahoma State 39-17. Army a winner over Charlotte. A couple games to look forward to this afternoon and tonight. Indiana is going to take on Oregon in Eugene. Oklahoma versus Texas, the Red River rivalry at the Cotton Bowl. Virginia Tech takes on Georgia Tech, 13-ranked 5-0 Georgia Tech, hosting Virginia Tech, 3:30. Notre Dame's going to host NC State. We've got Iowa State and Colorado going down tonight, this afternoon. No, Penn State does play today. For some reason, I thought they were on a bye this week. They're going to get the opportunity to beat down Northwestern at home. Nebraska, Maryland, Wake Forest, Oregon State, TCU, Kansas State, a bunch of games still to come tonight. The players are back on the field, warming up, getting ready for the second half. We're about a minute or two away from kicking that one off. Another SEC matchup tonight. Florida takes on Texas A&M, College Station. Georgia, Auburn, Michigan, USC. Got some baseball games tonight, Sam. Well, we at least got one. Game 5 of the NLDS Cubs and Brewers. Of course, we've already stamped one of your National League Championship Series members. The Los Angeles Dodgers are going to play either the Brewers or the Cubs. They would either host the Cubs or they would travel to the Brewers. The ALCS is all taken care of. How about Mariners versus Blue Jays? One of these days, one of these years, eventually, you are going to get Mariners Blue Jays in the ALCS. Let's bring Sam Berkwin back into the broadcast booth as we go ahead and get ready to kick off the third quarter. Sam, we've got 38-0. The time of possession was wonky last week and not in favor of Mount Union, even though I've never seen a team be trailing half the time of possession and put up 62 points, only give up 7.
Yep. Crazy.
But a lot different today. Mount Union and Wilmington basically knotted up with time of possession.
All right. Thank you, Ryan. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter action ready to go here at Wilmington on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Temperatures in the low 70s, no humidity. Just a great day to sit out and watch some college football. Ball is in the air. Raider return from the 3. Ball fumbled. Scooped up at the 7. Across the 10. Down at the 11-yard line. So the Purple Raiders, with not ideal field position to start the third quarter of play, but here we go. 1st and 10, Mount Union with a 38-0 lead.
It's tough to come out of the locker room with that much electricity when you're down 38-0 at home, but they did. I mean, Wilmington seems fired up.
Yeah, they were hustling down. Quakers 1-3 on the season. Mount 4-0. We're ready to roll here in the third quarter from Wilmington. Handoff over the left side of the 15 to the 20, 22, 23. Down at the 23-yard line. Darnell picks up a first down.
Extra ball security that time from Darnell Williams.
I like the fact, though,
held the ball.
They come right back to him. Fumbled on his last carry. Coach Dart says, come on, Darnell. Give the ball right back to him. And good things happen. First down, Purple Raiders. Just underway third quarter. 38-0 Mount Union. Sam Berkwin, Ryan Bevere with you. Maloney hands it off. A little trap inside across the 25 out to the 27 on progress for Darnell Williams, where he's taken down. I'll tell you what, though, this Quaker football team, say what you want, they're down 38 points and this and that and the other, but they've got an emotion. They're playing with passion, and Coach Kevin Burke's got to be happy with that.
Yeah, Coach Kevin Burke's probably just saying, let's win the second half and see what we can do.
Purple Raiders a couple more scores. They'll be in their season average for points scored per ball game. Darnell gets the carry over the right side again. Mason Ashby out there throwing a block, and Darnell was able to wiggle his way out to the 33. They're going to be just about a half yard short of the first down. Third down, we'll call it 1 for Mount. They'll line up over here on the near hash, near side of the field on the right hash. Cockrell going to go wide to the left. Raiders going to bring a little muscle in over here on the right side. Mikey Maloney in the gun. They need 1. Motion inside, handoff Darnell, broke free, 35, 36, 37. First down, Purple Raiders. Darnell Williams carries the mail, and they'll move the sticks once again. Mount Union in their victories this year has scored 37, 49, 42, and 62. Giving up 29, 14, 23, and 7.
How about a nice long drive that ends up with 7 points?
Maloney now, last-minute instructions for his O-line as he goes back into the shotgun position. Matt Anderson, go to the left. Ashby will circle back around in motion. Handoff, Darnell Williams to the 40, 45. Got a crease to the 47, to the 48. It should be another first down for Mount Union, and it is. 10 more for Darnell.
They might run that play again today because Mason Ashby was wide open on the sideline. If Mikey decided to keep that and throw it out, he had all the room to run up the sideline. They might bust that one out again.
Cockrell's going to come down here to the right side now. Purple Raiders 38, Quakers nothing. Early in the third quarter down here in Wilmington. Little double shift now. A couple of tight ends will go left side, right off the tight end side. Quick pitch out there. Darnell, they got numbers 50, 45. Darnell 40, breaks the tackle 35, inside the 34. Darnell Williams to the 33 and another. Mount Union first down.
And
they see something down there now. They're just going after it.
And they're not even trying to hide it. They motion two big guys to the left side, and they pitch the ball up to that side and use them as a blocker. And there's just nothing Wilmington can do on them. They can't stop Darnell Williams.
Well, the Purple Raiders moving the ball down the field to the Wilmington 32-yard line. Maloney gives it Darnell. He's going to go up the middle, nothing. Kicks it back left side inside the 25. Darnell Williams on his feet to the 22. That's going to be a gain of 9. They'll need a yard on this next snap.
It's going to put Mount Union over 300 yards rushing on the game.
Mount Union at Heidelberg next Saturday, 1:30 the kick right here on 1310 WDPN as we make the trek over to Tiffin. Then the Raiders will be home the following 2 weeks. Ohio Northern on the 25th, and then we turn the calendar to November. Capital will be back in Alliance for a 1:30 kick. Mikey Maloney's going to step back and throw it deep left in the back of the end zone. What a catch by Cockrell and a touchdown. That was incredible. 22 yards. Mikey Maloney, Jacob Cockrell. Touchdown, Mount Union. That was pretty.
Well, that might be it for the ones. Like you said, in the second quarter, they bring them out for one series. They take almost 5 minutes off the clock. They put 7 more points on the board, bending the PAT, and that is exactly what you want if you're Mount Union this afternoon. How about 300 yards rushing? They've got 3 guys over 70.
Spreading the wealth today are the Purple Raiders in that backfield. Another bad snap. Franklin gets it down. Merrick boots it through, and we'll take a break. 10:17 to go here in the third quarter. It's Mount Union 45 and Wilmington nothing. Purple Raider football continues after the break on AM 1310 WDPN.
Craving something fresh in Alliance? Head to Pulp, where every day starts with in-house fresh squeezed juices, packed with real fruits and veggies. Need a boost? Try our wheatgrass or ginger shots. Small shots, big energy. Hungry? We've got you covered with crave-worthy bowls and wraps, loaded with flavor and made fresh just for you. Come visit us on 450 West State Street in Alliance. Healthy never tasted this good. Fresh flavors made just for you.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Back here in Wilmington, Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere, the Purple Raiders in control, 45-0. Check the college football scoreboard here in just a minute. After you get ready to boot this thing, he's got it teed up at the 35. Buckeyes 34, Illinois 10, 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Bowling Green 28, Toledo 21. 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Cincinnati over UCF 20-11 with a minute to go in the fourth quarter of play. Pittsburgh 33, Florida State 24. That one turned. Raftery with the kickoff. That's going to go way out of the end zone. Please. He's got the touchback leg booting today. First down, Quakers coming right to left. Alabama 27, Missouri 24 with a minute 25 to go. And Bama's got a 4th and 3 coming up. Kent State needs UMass 14-0 in the second quarter. A couple of good ball games tonight. You got Indiana, Oregon, one of the big ones. Of course, you got MLB tonight. Cubs and the Brewers going to battle. Here come the Quakers. Ross throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. How can you throw a flag there? That ball was 30 yards over the intended receiver. But they're going to get Zach Liebler for a little PI over here, and Wilmington will be the recipient, and they'll move the sticks ahead. And what else we got going on? Okay, you got Oklahoma, Texas coming up at 3:30 today.
What do you like there, Sam?
I think I like Mr. Mateer and the Sooners today. Coach Matt Campbell and the Iowa State Cyclones in Boulder to take on Colorado today at 3:30. Boy, Dion had to undergo some more procedures this week with his health. Looks like he's going to be okay again. There's Owens on a carry. 35-40 to the 43 and a first down. Cooper comes up and brings him down, but not before Owens gets a first down for the Wilmington Quakers.
Well, they had a good start in the first half. First 2 plays for them went for first downs.
Indiana, Oregon, that's also a 3:30. I thought that was a prime timer tonight. That's a 3:30 kick. Clemson, Boston College tonight. Auburn, Georgia. Michigan, USC at 7:30. Kansas, Texas Tech. Arizona State, Utah later on tonight. Houston beat Oklahoma State 39-17, and UCLA beat Michigan today 28-13. 2 in a row for the Bruins. Boy, what has happened to Michigan State football lately? Owens on a carry around the right side. Purple Raiders are waiting on him that time. First hit for the guys in purple. Gavin Eberhardt, number 23, the young man out of Avon. Coach Mike Elder with the Mount Union ties. Boy, what a program Avon has turned into in the high school football. Defending their state championship from a year ago. They've got another outstanding team this year. You know, they knocked on the door for a few years and finally were able to break it down. And that is a very, very good football program. The Avon Eagles. There's Caleb Brown with a wrap up and a tackle, and the ball was loose at the 45-yard line. Who's got it? Mount thinks they do. Officials say the same thing. Turnover, the third of the day for Wilmington. And the Purple Raiders pick up that loose ball, and they'll take over 1st and 10. Parker Logan. Is that Logan? Yes.
Well,
Parker Logan out of Columbus Academy with that fumble recovery, and the Purple Raiders take over 1st and 10.
well, the good news is for the students here at Wilmington, the apartments and dorms are right behind us. Not that far of a walk, but yeah, it's.
You know, there wasn't that many here to begin with.
It's empty. It's emptying out. That's for sure.
All right, Purple Raiders 1st and 10 now at the Wilmington 45-yard line. Got some subs in there now for the Raider Nation. We'll check all those off the list. There goes Minner, 30, 25, 20, 15 to the 10 to the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union. Caden Minner, the sophomore, with the touchdown. Purple Raiders extend it to a 51-0 lead.
Yeah, don't lose him on the depth chart. I mean, that is the best third down running back I might have ever seen. The speed, his burst is incredible.
Didn't even get a chance to tell you, Chase Copper was the new quarterback. One play into the end zone touchdown, Mount Union with 8:33 to go. See if we can get a good snap from center here. Had a little trouble on a couple this afternoon. That's better. Franklin puts it down. Kick is on the way and good. 8:33 to go in the third quarter. Mount Union extends the lead to 52-0 over the Quakers here at Wilmington. How long is the drive home? Oh,
3 hours.
3 hours and change.
3 hours and change.
Although we did make it down here in pretty good time.
Yeah, you did pretty good.
Even with about a 17-minute stop, we got here in good time today.
Yeah. Just hoping you could duplicate that on the way home.
So the Purple Raiders, well on their way to their 5th win of the year. I'm sure we will see some 2s and 3s here. Now, you can't dress as many on the road as you do at home, so coaches kind of pick and choose who they want to have in there as far as the backups today. Not even sure how many. I think you're allowed to bring 60. I think for road. Home you can dress as many as you want. All right, we'll see if Rafferty keeps the streak alive. Every kick has gone into the end zone today, and that one will too. 3 yards deep, and Wilmington will take over 1st and 10. Buckeyes 34, Illinois 16 with 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Buckeye ball. Baseball tonight, the Cubs and Brewers at 8 o'clock. It's a game 5, winner take all. It's been a fun series. Mariners Tigers went 15 innings last night. Seattle pulls out the 3-2 win. So they will make the trip to Toronto against a very good, dangerous Blue Jays team tomorrow night. Pass out in the flat here, caught 25, breaking away to the 30, the 31-yard line. That's Demetrius Allen out of Smith Lake High School, Detroit, Michigan, the sophomore with a nice catch and run, Demetrius Allen. Well, he's a beast, 5'7", 230 pounds, Demetrius. 52-0 Purple Raiders. We're in the third quarter, coming up on 8:05. Clock runs third quarter of play. Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere, good to be with you on this Saturday afternoon. Mount Union football, 1310 WDPN. Ross hands it off. Allen over the left side, 35, spinning to the 38. Allen to the 39-yard line on a first down. He's a load, man. Demetrius Allen. Stop for the Purple Raiders. It's Julian Solis, the freshman out of Mentor. Talk about outstanding high school football programs. The Mentor Cardinals have had it going on for quite a long time. Play their games at Jerome T. Osborne Stadium up there in Mentor. Allen again on the carry. He'll rumble out to the 42 before he's brought down. Curtis Danberg, long-time member of the Cleveland Indians / Cleveland Guardians front office staff. His dad, Rick, has been the PA announcer for Mentor Cardinal high school football games for like 30 years. Still going strong. Twins right for the Quakers. 2nd down and 7. Wilmington from their 43. Ross back to throw. Runs to the right, throws it to Allen, got the catch, got the run, got a couple of yards out to the 47-yard line. I'll leave Wilmington with a, oh my Lord, flags all over the place.
It's going to go against Mount.
Is that going to be on 91?
Yep.
Well, that'll be a quick ticket out.
After the play was over, personal foul, defense number 91, 15-yard penalty.
So 15-yard penalty on Brandon Bowden, senior out of Gainesville. He'll head to the sidelines, and the Quakers will take that 15 free yards. The ball will be marked at the Purple Raider 39-yard line. 52-0 Mount, third quarter here at Wilmington.
I got a final score for you if you want it.
Probably not. Probably 27-24 Bama.
Yes.
Trips to the left, wide to the right. There's Allen again, bruising his way inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. I'll tell you what, I think Mount has put all their first stringers back in.
Yeah, they are.
I see Cruz, I see Arthur, I see Liebler, I see Nye. They're all back in there. Jeremiah Tillman, the junior out of Bay City, Georgia. They want to keep that goose egg. 52 zip Purple with 5:45 to go, third quarter of play. Quakers now marching at the Mount Union 32-yard line. Ross in the gun, motion to the near side. He'll go back to throw. Here comes a delayed blitz. Ross steps, throws. Allen off his fingertips and incomplete at the 33-yard line. Arthur and Nye and Liebler in the neighborhood. It'll be third down.
They would have went for 6, I think. It was a nice block by the offensive.
He had some room to run. Yeah, he did.
But he shedded that block. It came in and almost picked that ball
I like
off.
the way this Demetrius Allen runs, man. 5'7", 230, sophomore. Got legs like tree trunks, but he's a good little ball player. Allen over the right side again, powers his way inside the 30. Got a first down to the 29-yard line. So Wilmington will move the sticks, and now Caleb Brown is down there jawing with Darryl Story for Wilmington.
All field is a quicker first down.
That's not Caleb Brown. That's Costa T down there woofing a little bit. First down, Quakers. Coming up on 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Wide right, wide left, slot left. Ross back to throw. It's way over the head of the intended receiver down to the 5-yard line. Incomplete, trying to hit Mackenzie Tillman. Good coverage back there by Nye and Cooper for the Purple Raiders. 52-0 Mount. Looks like Coach Dart going to keep his record spotless in the OAC since taking over the Purple Raider football program.
I asked him about that last week. He had no idea he was perfect in the OAC.
I'm sure he did. Back to throw is Ross. Steps up in the pocket, slings it. Caught and then dropped at the 16-yard line. In and out of the hands of Darryl Story. Well, this game has come to an absolute crawl.
Yep. I agree with you, though. I don't think there's a world that he doesn't know that.
I mean, you do it for, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and it just keeps happening. Maybe you don't pay attention to it.
Yeah, I guess not.
Quakers break the huddle. 3rd and 10 Wilmington at the Raider 29-yard line. Wilmington going right to left in search of putting something on the board. Ross back to throw. He slings it. It is caught at the 23-yard line. Well short of the first down. Liebler on the tackle. It's Keon Brown, the freshman out of Leonard High School down in Tampa, Florida. So the Quakers now are going to be faced with about a 4th and we'll call it 3, just inside the Mount Union 22-yard line. We'll see if the Raiders can rise up again defensively and keep that goose egg intact as we come under 4:20 here to go in the third quarter of play.
Lieberler made a nice play to stay right at that ball to keep them 3 yards away from the first down.
Jalik Wilson wide to the right. Brown down to the left. Ross is going to throw. Heat's on. He throws it over the middle. Incomplete. Tried to hit the wide receiver, Joseph Spann. And the Purple Raider defense holds. The shutout stays intact, and Mount Union will take over 1st and 10.
Only sending 4 again. In the blitz.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're right. They haven't had the.
And they're getting everything they want. So when you're only sending 4, you don't have to have any linebackers, any corners, any safeties coming up to help blitz. And they had 2 Purple Raiders in the backfield to swat that pass away.
So let's see here. Chase Copper comes back out, the young man from Orlando, Florida, the junior, 6'2", 170 pounds. Purple Raiders subbing heavy now with this big 52-point lead. Copper turns, hands over the left side, 24 to the 25 to the 26-yard line. It's a quick pop for about 4. We'll call it 2nd down and 6. And Lucas Weaver is in there from Barberton. Walsh Jesuit Warrior. Austin Ventures in there, number 39. Backs are split. Chase in the gun. There's a run up the middle. Maybe 2 to the 27-yard line. We'll give them the 28-yard line on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down to around 4, we'll call it, for the Purple Raiders as we move along here, third quarter. We're coming up on 3 minutes to go. Mount Union in command. 52-0. Purple Raiders got their personnel on they want now. They're going to send Preston Smith and Mason Ashby to the right. Slot left. 4 receivers. Lone setback. Chase back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He looks. He runs. They're going to sack him back at the 27-yard line. Maybe got up to the 29, but well short of the first down. And the Purple Raider punt team will come on for one of the few times this afternoon.
4th down for the Purple Raiders.
Upset alert, you want it?
Let's go.
How about Pitt going on the road, knocking off 25th ranked
Wow.
Florida State, 34-31 Panthers.
Florida State, man, they come out of the chute against Alabama, and then they just fall apart. What's that, their 3rd loss now? There's the boot by Franklin. See if that checks back. Nope, takes them out and roll inside the 20, and the Quakers pick it up and run out of bounds at around the 19-yard line. That's where Wilmington will go 1st and 10. Boy, Florida State, they have hit the skids. They had a loss at Virginia, lost to Miami, and now a loss to Pitt. Whoa. 3 losses in a row for the Noles. Under a minute to go in Champaign. Ohio State 34, Illinois 16. Buckeyes with the ball, and they'll just run out the clock, and they'll stay perfect under Coach Day here in 2025. 18-point lead. That's a good win on the road for Ohio State. Illinois has been a little bit of a pain to play for them over the years. Here comes a little pitch pass out across the 21 to the 22-yard line. That's Owens on the carry. Mount Union tackle by Ricky Levac, the sophomore out of Nordonia. Clock down at a $1:35 to go in the 3rd quarter. If you're just joining us, Purple Raiders have been in command for the day. 52-0 here at Wilmington. Sam Berkwin, Ryan Bevere on 1310 WDPN and streaming at Q92radiosports.com and all of our social media platforms. Good to be with you on this Saturday afternoon. A beautiful day down here in Wilmington. We'll run out to the 28-yard line.
These Purple Raiders have been in command all season, Sam.
Yeah, that's true. A little bit of a breeze starting to pick up here. Not much, but just enough to make it a little extra comfortable. "72 degrees right now." They're right on the mark. I looked the forecast up several days ago. Quarterback Ross is still on the move, and Levac brings him down. He might have a first down at the 39-yard line, and he does. Well, everybody thought Ross was dead to rights back there at about the 30. He comes out of there with the ball. He hustled up to the 39 before he was taken down, and I think that's going to be a first down.
Yeah, he put the ball on the ground, fumbled it, picked it back up. It seemed like everyone thought the play was over, and Ross carries it for a first down.
They got some beautiful weather down here all next week. Purple Raiders just got assessed a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty from the bench, one of the coaches. Maybe the coaches thought that play should have been dead.
Everybody stopped.
And they let it go.
Even Wilmington stopped. The only one that didn't stop was the quarterback who picked the football up and ran with it.
So the clock will go back in motion. 25 seconds and running here in the 3rd. Purple Raiders in command, 52-0. Another great day for Darnell Williams and Mikey Maloney and company. Ross going to go back to throw it again. Crossing route, one-handed catch was made and then not made at the 35-yard line, incomplete. Popped down by Ethan Peitlak, number 35, the sophomore from Naperville. Fans thought that might have been a little excessive, but so 2nd down and 10 for the Quakers at the Mount Union 46-yard line. This time we got 12 seconds to go here, third quarter. Quaker's going to go trips package to the left, slot to the right for Ross in the gun. He'll shove it out to Owens, the tailback, 45. Owens picks his way down to the 41 before he's brought down, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. 15 minutes to go from Wilmington. Mount Union 52 and the Wilmington Quakers nothing. Purple Raider football continues after the break on 1310 WDPN.
Bonford Glass reminds you that fall is just around the corner and winter won't be far behind. And now's the time to think about those commercial doors and windows that need a little work. When the mercury in the old thermometer starts to plummet and the cold wind starts to blow, you'll want to be warm and cozy inside. And you can be with the help of the experts at Bonford Glass. They can replace broken or cracked windows and doors quite economically with unsurpassed service. Bonfords can even handle those odd and different sized windows, as well as replacing the old hardware and providing weather stripping for commercial doors of all types. No matter what kind of door or window treatment you need, the crew at Bonford Glass can handle it. Imagine the comfort of a pleasantly warm home, and your fuel bill savings will add up too. Call the glass experts at Bonford Glass at 330-823-0450. Bonford Glass, 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
This is Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere back with you on AM 1310 WDPN. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon. A little Purple Raider football today. 52 zip. Good guys as we start the fourth quarter of play. High school football last night, if you missed it, West Branch over Alliance, 34-28. Big win for the Warriors. I'll tell you what, Alliance, though, fought them tooth and nail last night. Minerva picked up their fifth win of the year. They beat Marlington 7-0 last night. Congratulations to Zach Slates, head coach of the Minerva Lions. I'll tell you what, man, that's pretty good stuff right there. 5 wins so far here in 2025. Back to throw is Ross. He's going deep, incomplete at the 5-yard line.
It's like a flag at the 10.
Oh, no. They're going to call PI. They did. Can't see who they caught down there. Was that 18? It might be Williams, number 18. Yeah, Ricky Williams out of Montgomery, Alabama, Montgomery Catholic Prep with that PI. And the Quakers now at the Mount Union 30-yard line, 1st and 10. 52-0 Raiders.
I think they just got him for holding on the defense.
Holding, okay.
Yeah, 10-yard penalty is all.
So 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Owens over the left side, pounding his way inside the 27, on progress to the 26 where he's wrapped up and taken down. Owens has been a little bit of a bell cow today. DeMarco Owens out of Richmond, Indiana, senior running back, 5'8", 200 pounds. Raiders with a lot of the number 2s in there right now, defensively trying to keep this shutout alive in Wilmington with 14:25 left to go in the game.
It feels like that's what this game has come down to. Wilmington trying to score, Mount Union trying to keep them out of the end zone.
That's the only,
that's the game
it's
right
the
now.
only drama left.
That is the game.
So Ross in the shotgun at the Mount Union 30. Bladers coming with a blitz. Ross steps back, throws a crossing route, fumbled and incomplete. Should say bobbled and incomplete at around the 22-yard line. That was Logan Levins, the wide receiver out of Goshen, Ohio. Couldn't quite hold on to it. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Wilmington Quakers.
And you know this is a big drive for the twos because, you know, they don't want to be responsible for giving up the shutout. And they're out playing hard. You know why? Because they're playing for jobs right now. They're playing for a reason to get noticed.
There's a big sense of pride. That ball game is over in Champaign. Buckeyes 34, Illinois 16. That's the final. Ross back to throw. Pressure's on. He throws it underneath. Did that ball ever get caught?
I'll tell you what, there's been a couple of plays, a few that I can think of, where the players stopped and it just seemed like the play was dead, and it just wasn't.
So they said completed pass. And that will set up a 4th and 1 now for Wilmington at the Mount Union 21-yard line. 13:30, clock running, 52 zip. Raiders. Wilmington trying to dent the scoreboard for the first time today. Raiders trying to keep them out of the end zone. Ross under center. Going to be a run to Owens, and no way, I don't think he got it, unless they give him a really good spot. Didn't get it. Good defensive play by the Purple Raiders. Levac on the stop for Mount Union. Carter Dalton, the young man from Venice, Florida, stuck his hat in there, and Mount Union will take over 1st and 10.
Last time Wilmington had a scenario like that inside the 20-yard line at 4th and 1, they went to the end zone. They tried to do everything, and on that one, a little different, just trying to shove it up the middle. Can't even get a yard.
Ole Miss 24, Washington State 21 with about 2 minutes to go. Not on the Grove. Kent State 21, UMass 3, second quarter. Notre Dame 7, NC State nothing. First quarter of play in South Bend. There's a handoff right up the middle to the 25-yard line. Gain of 4. Call it 2nd down and 6. Let's see here. Akron finished off, Miami finished off Akron 20-7. Bama 27, Missouri 24. UCLA 38, Michigan State 13. Army over Charlotte 24-7. Pitt beat Florida State today 34-31. SMU 34, Stanford 10. Cincinnati beat UCF 20-11. Bowling Green hung on to beat Toledo 28-23.
We'll get a little Red River rivalry on our way home.
Yep, that will be, they're already underway. Got a false start on Mount. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Purple Raiders will take the hike to Tiffin next Saturday. We'll be there at 1:30. Take on the Student Princes of Heidelberg. And it's back home for 2, Ohio Northern and Capital, before a road trip to Marietta on the 8th of November, and then home to Muskingum to finish out the regular season on November the 15th. All those games at 1:30. And if you can't make him, we'll put you on the 50-yard line here on 1310 WDPN. Weaver with a run around the left side of the 28-yard line. Well, he almost was able to break that baby outside, but he got tripped up and taken down. Purple Raiders came in averaging 47.5. They're over that today. They will pick up their 27th all-time win over Wilmington. And maybe shutout number 14 in those 27 games. Pass out into the flat, caught, 32, 33, 34-yard line. That'll be a first down. Grant Anderson out of Naples, Florida with the catch. Taking a little deeper dive into this. The Purple Raiders have only given up more than one touchdown twice against Wilmington. Back in 2006 and 2024, that was a 78-19 game last year. Raiders have averaged over 60 points a game against Wilmington. You go back to the first ever meeting, that was November the 9th, 1968. 43-0 win for Mount. There's a pass. It's caught inside the 47, down to the 45, and a first down for the Purple Raiders. Nice catch was made by Mike Riley out of Holbrook, New York, the sophomore, 5'11", 178 pounds, in the stat book for the first time, first down.
They really don't take a play off. It is. You'd think in this situation, 10 minutes to go, eat it all up and head home. They're throwing the ball over the yard. They want to get some reps for the number 2. This is work. I mean, this is just extra reps, and this is work for Mount Union. They go to work, man.
First down Raiders at the Wilmington 44. Motion to the right. Chase hands it off left side, 45-40. Weaver to the 37-yard line. Picks up around 8 yards on the play. Talk about Kevin Burke, of course, the head coach down here now. Will be 2-13 lifetime at Wilmington after today. But before Wilmington, Burke spent 4 years as an associate head coach and offensive coordinator at the University of Minnesota Morris. Got an Upper Midwest Athletic Conference championship, first one since 2006. There's Weaver again. Not quite enough for the first down. He'll be taken down at the 36-yard line. Burke, a two-time two-sport athlete at Gettysburg, competing in football and track and field. Got his degree in history. This year marks Burke's 10th overall season as head coach with an overall record of 29-65 in his coaching career. Look over at Jeff Dart. He'll be 61-4 after today, and perfecto in the OAC. He'll be 43-0 in conference play. Chase hands it off. 31 down to the 30-yard line for Weaver. That's another Mount Union first down. 52-zip Purple Raiders. We're in the fourth quarter here in Wilmington on a 72-degree sunny Saturday afternoon. Purple Raiders will have won 79 consecutive regular season games after today. Longest streak in all divisions in college football. And guess who's number 2? North Central Illinois with 49. Hand off to Weaver. Purple Raiders just going as vanilla as you can go with the offense. And really no reason to do anything other than that is just to run the clock. Down to 7:30 to go. Purple Raiders' last regular season loss was to former OAC foe John Carroll back in 2016, November the 12th, 31-28.
It's impressive. I mean, 2016, it's been 9 years.
It was a good year for the Cavaliers and the Indians. Chase is going to be taken down back at the 40, but a flag is thrown at the 43-yard line. That'll stop the clock. We had a nice little thing going with that clock running, but now flags have been thrown. It'll stop it with 7:02 to go. Penalty looks like it's going to be on Mount, holding on the Raiders.
Would you ever, if it was up to you, would you implement a running clock at a Division III college level?
Yes. I would, but I would make it like, what was it, high school? It's 30. High school basketball is 35. I think for football, I think I'd make it 50.
Yeah.
Make it 50. Don't see any harm there. Chase back to throw. Inside handoff to Weaver. There he goes. 40, 35. Breaks a tackle 30, 25. Weaver out of bounds and around the 20-yard line. That's going to be close to a first down. It will be a first down for Mount Union. 52-zip Raiders. Under 7 minutes to go here now in the fourth quarter of play. A very quick wrap-up this afternoon. I mean, you won't know how fast this wrap-up is going to be. Time to get back in the Jeep and head home. Browns Steelers tomorrow. Get some good college football, good Major League Baseball tonight. Playoff action, of course.
In 2006, Michigan State rallied from 35 down. I believe that is the biggest comeback in college football history, which would be 35 points. Maybe you just add 7 and make that 42.
Well, Georgia Tech and Cumberland College would like to have a word with you there. Remember that 222-0 game?
Who?
Georgia Tech and Cumberland College. That was back in like 18-something. You imagine 222-0?
I mean, what do you say?
Like it happened.
What do you say to the team? Even
I'd probably say, guys, are you sure you really want to play football? There's something else you might be interested in.
Yeah.
I did a little reading up on that game. Georgia Tech never threw a pass that day.
Wow.
Scored 222 points.
Wow.
I don't even know how that happens. So timeout here. Coming out of a timeout, Purple Raiders 1st and 10 at the Wilmington 21-yard line. 52-0. Mount Union with the lead. Well on their way to 5-0 record. Play action. Cooper throws it into the end zone. Touchdown, Purple Raiders. Beautiful play action. And a beautiful pass and a beautiful catch by DeAndre Caldwell, the freshman from St. John's, Florida. And the Purple Raiders scored again to make it 58-0 Mount Union.
The largest comeback in Division III football history, 38-point deficit, was overcame by Franklin College over Anderson back in 2001. So
Okay.
38 points is the magic number. That would be the record. So I would even.
You'd even take it. I would keep it at 50, but of course you'll probably never see it.
Yeah, no.
Merrick on for the extra point. He's been perfect. That ball actually got deflected a little bit, and he muscled it through to make it 59-0 Mount Union with 5:54 to go. Let's take a break. We'll come back with more on AM 1310 WDPN. Stay with us, everybody.
Do you or a loved one suffer with back pain? Most chronic back problems are caused by compression from the disc being thinner and thinner as we get older. At the Disc Center of Alliance, also known as Family Health Physical Medicine, all we have to do is put the patient on the table and decompress the spine. These treatments are so gentle, patients usually fall asleep. They don't have to go through the shots, surgeries, all the physical therapy, or painful and invasive procedures or drugs. If you have an MRI scan, we can look at it and tell you if we can help you or not. Seeing us can change your life. Give us a call, 330-821-4455.
This is Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Sam Berkman, Ryan Bevere back with you on WDPN. 59-0 Mount Union. We're in the fourth quarter. Raftery's got it teed up at the 35. Let's see if he can stay perfect again today with touchbacks into the end zone. There's the kickoff. At the 1. They're going to bring it out. And down at the 15-yard line. Well, I'm sure a lot of you have heard or read or watched videos last weekend. The Cardinal Ritter Missouri game against Massillon last Friday at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. Massillon won 28-14. There was a big, kind of a little melee after the game, and pepper spray was used against a lot of the Cardinal Ritter players. And there was a lot of stink made about it. The national media, local media got a hold of it. And there was videos that were posted and stories that were written past complete out here at the 22-yard line. Whose fault was it? Was it Cardinal Ritter? Did Massillon instigate? You heard all kind of stories, all kind of rumors. Today's Cardinal Ritter football game was suspended and canceled at halftime due to fights between Cardinal Ritter and their opponent. Ritter was proclaimed the winner 13-0. But the game was canceled at half because of fighting. Carry out to the 25-yard line.
Pitch given to Demetrius.
Maslin McKinley is not that far away. No, October the 25th. We'll have the ball game live for you on Q92 Radio, Q92radiosports.com, Q92 Radio page on YouTube, all of our Facebook and X social media platforms. We got a big pregame planned on the grounds at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in the Village. We'll begin around 11:30. The kickoff will be at 2. Maslin McKinley, the War of 1894. Another chapter will be written 2 weeks from today. We invite you to join us all afternoon long on the Q92 Radio Sports Network.
And it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be fun.
I will be down
on the field
on
that
the
day.
sideline, and I just think that's going to be an incredible game. We're not used to seeing that.
I think this year McKinley gives them a run. I don't know if they win, but they'll give them a run.
That's what I'm saying. I think this is going to be the closest one we've seen, and
Maslin's won the last 9 in that rivalry
since the DeMarcus Robinson touchdown in the construction zone.
I remember that game. I was calling that game, and you had Dominique Robinson, who's now playing defense for the Chicago Bears and doing a really good job. I remember calling that touchdown as he kind of somersaulted, helicoptered into the end zone for the McKinley win. And I remember watching that game from the press box, calling the game and looking across the way, and there was no stands, nothing but dirt and fences and yellow caution tape. And it was one of the bizarre ways to watch a game at the old Fawcett, now Tom Benson Stadium, that I've seen in a long time. It was just one of the weirdest feelings with all the construction and both. Can you imagine now McKinley and Maslin fans sitting with each other on the same side of the stadium?
Yeah,
that's what happened back then.
Yeah, that's probably the one exception that they could have just had that at Paul Brown that year.
Well, you would never. Yeah, that would never happen.
I understand they go back and forth, but just as a football fan, it would have been much better.
Pass caught at the 41, down at the 41-yard line. Chad Landy, the tackle for the Purple Raiders, the spur out of Tip City, Tippecanoe, but it's a first down for Wilmington as we are at still 2.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
How about those the former McKinley Bulldogs that are in the NFL? Not just Robinson, but we've got Harold Fannin playing some big-time minutes.
Doing a great job for the Browns.
I just think that's so cool to see.
That's quite the feat. Pass over the right side, caught down at the 46-yard line.
Yeah,
to get from. I mean, obviously, I don't care where you're going to high school. Just to get to the NFL is. I mean, it's a very low percentage ever make it, but you know.
That's one thing McKinley has over Maslin in the last 9 years. They've sent 2 players to the National Football League.
Got a timeout here taken. 2-minute timeout. I keep forgetting about the 2-minute timeout in college now. I think the second year we've had that. Maybe the first year. So 2-minute timeout, 59-0 Raiders. But it's such a great accomplishment, and not just to make it. I mean.
To play.
Dominic and Harold Fannin Jr. are playing at a very high level, and they're still so young.
Key pieces. I mean, Harold Fannin is an enormous piece to the Cleveland Browns as a rookie. He busted his tail.
He's their best receiver
over at Bowling Green. I mean, he really did. He was a good football player at McKinley, but he was nowhere close, and I don't think anyone had NFL on his radar until he went to Bowling Green. Hit the weight room. I think he lived there. I don't know that he ever left. He ate breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack there.
Well, McKinley, I always kind of wondered that they never threw the ball to him in high school. I mean, he was a great two-way player, but he never touched the ball. And now he's a tight end of the National Football League.
Yeah.
Allen with the carry. He'll get taken down around the 47-yard line.
Wasn't that big at McKinley from what I remember. Never used him as a tight end from what I remember.
Yep. Very, very seldomly do they use Harold Fannin Jr. as any kind of a target
Yeah.
in the passing game. He did a lot of his damage on the defensive end, but boy, look at him now. Stick around. Quick post-game show coming up at the conclusion of our game today. 59-0 Mount. It looks like they're going to be able to hold on to their shutout here today. Pass over the middle, incomplete.
Sam, I'm thinking of a former football game that ended 59-0. Can you guess?
Ohio State over Wisconsin, the year that Cardale Jones led them to the national championship.
Wow, that's a good pull right there. That's
That
a
was
good guess.
Lucas Oil Stadium.
That is incredible. Wow. 59-0. Needed every 59 of them points. Needed all 59 of them.
How about that? How about that Ohio State team with all the quarterback injuries and stuff and situations? Pass caught down here at the 45 and shoved out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That's Will Evans, the freshman out of Worthington Kilbourne, with the catch of the first down. Still 1:09 to go, so I guess there's still a little drama here as far as holding on to the shutout.
That's been the game for.
Buckeyes also beat Wisconsin 59-0 back in 1979 at the Horseshoe. So they put a couple shiners on the Badgers to the tune of 59-0. I remember that 79 game. I mean, I didn't watch it, but I remember it. Pass is caught out here at the 30, down to the 27, and shoved out of bounds. Clock stops with 1:01 to go. I tell you what, when Ohio State Wisconsin was bad. I mean, they were horrible.
Bad
during that. I mean, bad.
Badgers.
Yeah, they put the bad in Badgers back then. And then they got hot a little bit, and they caused some Buckeyes some problems. They actually won a game or two at Ohio State, and they got them up at Camp Randall a couple of times. A couple of big ones Buckeyes came up short there. But quarterback running for his life, Sandberg, and he's going to be upended and taken down around the 18-yard line. Where did they mark him out? Closer to the 21, maybe. They're up to the line, ready to roll. 40 seconds to go. 39, 38. They want to put one in here. Raiders want to keep them out. 59 zip pass in the flat. Almost intercepted at the 18-yard line. Almost picked by Ethan Pitlack. We timed that almost perfectly. That'll stop the clock with 32 seconds to go.
You're going to need 2 more stops, and then you can head back to Alliance with a 59-0 victory. I mean, you know that shutout is so important.
It is. It is. It's an expectation. Back to throw. Right side. Incomplete at the 12-yard line. 29 seconds left to go.
1 more stop, and the box score will forever say 59-0.
Oregon leads Indiana 7-3. First quarter in Eugene. That's a big Big Ten game there.
Doesn't it feel like the Big Ten is?
No. Oh, well.
It's Ohio State versus everybody.
I was going to say the Big Ten doesn't feel like the Big Ten with 4 teams from the Pacific Coast. But another discussion for another day. Podcast, maybe. Pass deep into the end zone, incomplete. And that was a 4th down play, and now we can take a knee and put this thing to bed. 59-0 Mount with 26 seconds left to go. So the shutout stays intact. Purple Raiders go to 5-0, and they'll get ready for Heidelberg 1 week from today up in Tiffin. Purple Raider fans that have remained, a little standing O, some of them, for the defense to keep that shutout intact. And the Mount will have to snap it one more time, and they'll wrap things up here. Make sure you check it out, Q92, 1310 WDPN on Twitter, or X, Instagram. We'll have some photos and coaches' interviews from after the ball game a little bit later on. Time is about to run out here in Wilmington on this Saturday afternoon. Your final score, the University of Mount Union 59 and Wilmington nothing. We'll take a break, come back with a quick post game on AM 1310 WDPN.
Hey, Joe. Good to see you. What brings you out today?
What's up, Sam? Need to pick up a few tools. You?
I need new faucets and a vanity, maybe even a whole new bathroom. But I can't get any help or find what I need in this place.
Yeah, Sam. These big hardware stores are great for tools and appliances, but not for kitchens and bathrooms. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson Kitchen and Bath Gallery is an American Standard Plumbing Registered showroom, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath this Thursday evening until 7 at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park. Robertson Kitchen and Bath, where amazing meets affordable.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on AM1310WDPN.com.
Final score here in Wilmington. The Mount Union Purple Raiders with a 59-0 win over the Quakers. Mount goes to 5-0 on the season. The Quakers go to 1-4. A fantastic day for the Purple Raider offense, a fantastic day for the Purple Raider defense, and they come out of here with a 59-0 win. Up next is Heidelberg next Saturday at Tiffin. We'll have it on AM 1310 WDPN. The kickoff will be all set for 1:30 p.m. Let's check a couple of college football scores before we say goodbye. Buckeyes beat Illinois today in Champaign, 34-16. Some college football games in progress. Kent leads UMass 21-6 at the half. UNLV is looking to stay perfect, 10-7 over Air Force. Georgia Tech over Vatech, 15-zip early in the second quarter. Red River rivalry, Oklahoma leads Texas 3-0 with 3 minutes to go in the first. Colorado, Iowa State, no score at the end of the first quarter out in Boulder. Nebraska leads Maryland 7-zip. Notre Dame, NC State 7-7 second quarter. Penn State over Northwestern 7-3. Indiana has taken the lead over Oregon 10-7 at the end of the first quarter, and Wake Forest leads Oregon State by the score of 15-0 again. Check us out on our social media platforms later on tonight. Thank you, sir, as we'll have some interviews and some photos and some stuff from today's game. Mount Union wins it by the score of 59-0. First downs today, Purple Raiders 25. Wilmington had 22. Total offense today, 15. How about that? They had as many points as they had plays. Mount Union, 59 plays for 609 yards. Wilmington, 76 plays, 343 yards. For the Raiders today, Mikey Maloney, 10 for 15, $141, 2 touchdowns. No interceptions. The streak stays alive. On the rushing end, Darnell, 16 for 163 and a tutty. Caden Minner, 4 for 120 and 2 touchdowns. Mikey Maloney ran 3 times and 70 yards. He scored a touchdown. Receiving today, Jacob Cockrell led the way, 4 for 59. Nicky Turner, 2 for 18. Preston Smith, 1 for 23. Mason Ashby, 1 for 22. Purple Raiders on third down today, 7 of 9. Wilmington 3 for 12. Fourth down, Raiders didn't have to go on fourth down today. Wilmington was 2 of 7. All adds up to a Mount Union win by the score of 59-0. For my partner, Ryan Bevere and Ryan Rainsberg back in the studios with 1310 WDPN. Most of all, thanks for listening, everybody. Shout out to Raider Nation, all of you who dialed in today on 1310 WDPN. Sam Berkman giving you that final score one more time. Mount Union 59, Wilmington nothing. You've been listening to Purple Raider Football on 1310 WDPN and streaming live at Q92radiosports.com. So long, everybody.